KNED is on the air.
Do you think they knew? In 1915, 110 years ago on Thanksgiving Day, McAlester coach Roy Spears and his crew hopped on a train, traveled 61 miles west, and played a football game against Ada for the first time. Back then, do you think they knew? Since that game, there were 2 world wars, a Dust Bowl, the Great Depression, and the Civil Rights Movement. They could have never imagined we'd put man on the moon, color in televisions, and the World Wide Web in our pockets. But do you think they knew that this rivalry would stand the test of time and would see its 100th edition? You can't tell the history of McAlester or Ada without mentioning this game. Some say tonight is just a non-district high school football game. If they only knew.
Goes forward, 2015, 10-5, touchdown McAlester.
McCarty, left side, trying to follow his blockers. He finds a lane and gets the first down. He has one man to beat, gets to the 15-yard line, and he's going to stroll into the end zone.
Now he throws, oh my goodness, 38. He's going to go in front of the score. It's going to be yet another touchdown. McAlester Buffaloes move it up 6-4 points on the scoreboard tonight.
Passes over the middle, caught by Brandon Smith, and he's off to the races, down the far sideline. One man to beat. Can he do it? To the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He evades the ball through and into the end zone. Brandon Smith, 82 yards to the crib. Pounce on the Ada Cougars. Here in the Heartland, McAlester wins the 99th edition of this historic rivalry.
It's the 100th edition of POTAC. From Norris Field, Coy-Ishto Stadium in Ada, Oklahoma. It's football time in the Heartland.
Welcome to Norris Field, Coy-Ishto Stadium in Ada, Oklahoma on the campus of East Central University. It is time to do POTAC for the 100th time. I'm Brandon Green, Phillip Jewell Jr. to my left, and welcome once again to a historic day between these two, not just schools, cities. We are honored to be able to bring you this game, and we'll be speaking on it for the next 3 hours, but we mentioned it a little bit in the pregame show. Phillip, what does this game mean to you?
And this one is big time. As I was telling y'all when we were setting everything up, I remember coming to Ada a few times with my uncle when he moved up here from the 210 San Antonio, and I remember watching a 4th and goal stop at the 1-yard line here. I remember being in high school, making the trip down here, and watching McAlester get that 5-peat, come home with that thumb on one wild night. And then I remember the blowout that we put on them the very next year. And then this rivalry took a hiatus for a few years. And, man, just the importance of this game. You always knew whether it was a district game at the end of the season or a non-conference game in September, the implications of what this game means, not just to two schools, but two communities, two fan bases, who have had parents, grandparents, great-grandparents all playing this rivalry, and it is a heavy hitter of a game.
It is a non-district game. McAlester at 0-2. Ada currently around number 4 in Class 4A. They are 2-0. A win tonight will not bring any team closer to the state playoffs, but don't tell them that. This means just a little bit more than the games prior, and it might even mean a little bit more in their hearts than some of the district games we'll play a little bit later on. Now let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Derrick James. He'll have a pregame sideline report presented by Reagan Auto. And DJ, if you want to, tell us about what this game means to you as well.
Well, for those that know, 17 years ago, I was also on this field, not as a player, but I actually had a big giant flag that I made. And a bunch of the Booster Club people, they came to me like, hey, we want you to lead the team out of the tunnel with your flag. So, I mean, I did that, and, it was a big game because it was for a spot in the playoffs, and we beating Ada here. So that's one of those things that you always think of, when you think of POTAC. But anyway, down on the field, according to the Oklahoma Mesonet, it's about 85 degrees. It is slightly humid. It's about 89 degrees, but it doesn't feel that way here on the field because the sun, for at least field side, the sun has dipped below the stand. So it actually feels pretty good down here right now. The stands are still filling in on both sides. But outside of that, that's about all I got for you.
Yeah, we have about 16, 17 minutes until kickoff here in Ada, Oklahoma. That sun has now, as far as the press box on our side is concerned, fully dipped over that building, and it looks like we're going to be sitting pretty for the rest of the night, and hopefully the McAlester Buffaloes are as well. There was your sideline report brought to you by Reagan Auto.
Here at Reagan Auto, we want to keep your family safe on the road this school year. We offer maintenance and repair services on all makes and models. So make Reagan Auto your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Come on down to Reagan Auto, 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAlester, and visit our friendly service consultant or give us a call at 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236 to schedule an appointment. Go Buffs!
All right, so let's look at your probable starters, beginning with the Ada Cougars. Again, they're around 4th ranked in 4A right now, 2-0 on the year. Let's go with their starting offensive line from left tackle to right tackle. You have Memphis commit number 58, Dawson Matthews, leading the charge. At left guard, number 52, Jimmy Velasquez Gonzalez. In the middle, number 55, senior Ashton Rowell. Right guard, 59, junior Carter Wortham. And at right tackle, number 74, junior Jake Matthews. At quarterback, number 12, Brock Boyles, who is the all-time leading touchdown thrower and also yards passer in Ada history, in its entire history. So that's pretty impressive for the 4-year starter Boyles. He'll be throwing to LaKeven Richardson, who's closing in on some records himself. He's one reception away from tying Jeremy Shockey for 6th all-time in yards. And you might know him. Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls, the New York Giants. Also, at wide receiver, Colin Christian.
I was just going to say, if you were one catch away from etching your name with Jeremy Shockey, that is great company to be in.
Also, wide receiver, Kanan Parker. He's a dog, too. Kamari Richardson, also at receiver. At tight end, Kyler Gaddis and Owen Wofford. And for the running back, Karan Richardson, who came off a historic game last week, 37 carries for 286 yards and 4 touchdowns, for the 8th most carries in a game in Ada history and 5th most yards. Now for their defense out of the 4-3, on the ends you have Gus Matthews and Wyatt Kilgore. In the middle, Jamin Ivey and Jake Matthews. On the outside backer spots, Owen Wofford and Eli Justice. In the middle, Kelton Stipe is listed here, but he is actually going to be missing today with a knee injury. So expect Cody Carpenter, who had 9 tackles last week, to fill into his spot. At cornerback, Kanan Parker and Kamari Richardson. And at safeties, Braden McGilbray and LaKeven Richardson. Now for your probable starters for the McAlester Buffaloes, left tackle to right tackle, Creed Tribby, Langston Uyghur, Ben Thomas, Crawford Hester, and Gavin Mason. At quarterback, you'll have Jackson McKinney and Brody Parker. At wide receiver, Rodney Washington, Devion Bickham, Cade French, and Brandon Smith. And at running back, Jordan Clark for the McAlester Buffaloes. Looking at the defense now, out of the 3-4, you have on the ends Langston Uyghur and Asaiah Spencer. In the middle, Gavin Mason. On the outside backers, Ken Martinez and Devion Bickham. On the inside, Parker Dusenberry and Travis Simons. At cornerback, Cade French and Brandon Smith. And in the middle, at safety, Jackson McKinney and Jordan Clark. Now, if you're looking at some impact players for both teams, Phillip, who are you keeping an extra eye on here?
For the McAlester Buffaloes, offensively and defensively, I'm watching my man Jay Boogies tonight. 2 long touchdown runs, very explosive playmaker when he gets the ball in his hand, can do a lot of things. Defensively, he has eyes everywhere, sees the running back out of the backfield, makes hits at the line of scrimmage, stops the run, can intercept passes. So for the Buffaloes, I'm watching Bugs, and with all due respect to everybody on the Ada sideline and all respect to Dawson Matthews, I'm watching McAlester Richardson because 2 catches tonight, you pass a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a Miami Hurricane, and Jeremy Shoffman, and it's your name in the history books at Ada High School. So I am watching McAlester Richardson for the Ada Cougars tonight.
Ardmore was able to hold him in check last week, just 2 receptions for 2 yards, but against McAlester last year, had 6 receptions for 51 yards. So far in the season, 8 receptions for 110 yards. Again, he had 957 yards last year and 10 touchdowns for the Ada Cougars. Now he's the main go-to guy in terms of receivers, as we had Deontay Lindsay, who is now at Texas Tech, graduate for the Ada Cougars. So we will take a break. When we come back, we're going to be having our coin toss, and we're also going to be having our keys to the game momentarily. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com. Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Again, we're just moments away from kickoff and also the coin toss here at Coy Ishto Stadium, Norris Field, on the campus of East Central University in Ada, Oklahoma. This is Brandon Green alongside Phillip Jewell Jr., your voices for the evening. Let's look at some keys to the game for the McAlester Buffaloes as they are hoping to defeat the Ada Cougars for the 2nd consecutive season and in the 100th edition of this rivalry.
Yeah, the Buffaloes' key to success tonight is going to be better on 3rd down. Currently in this season, the Buffaloes are only 1 of 17 converting on 3rd down. That is 6%, which won't win you any games. If you are going to beat a tough team in Ada with a strong offense, you're going to need to win the time of possession, and that is done by moving the chains. Next up is stop the big play. McAlester played fantastic defensively against Poto for 57 plays. Problem is, Poto ran 60. Those 3 plays resulted in nearly 50% of their total offense for the Pirates and all their points. Ada has that same big play capability and arguably a better one. Get back to making the offense earn those points like you did against Broken Bow. Lastly, win the special teams battle. Block a punt or a field goal. Everyone focuses solely on offense versus defense, but there is a third game that hardly gets talked about, and it's the kicking game. If you can effectively win that one game, your chances of winning improves. Blocked punts, blocked field goals can result in shorter fields and give you a higher chance to score some points.
Well, it's about that time, 8 minutes away from kickoff. It's time for Buffalo Roll Call. Let us know where you're watching or listening from here tonight. You can comment underneath our last Facebook post with the view of Norris Field when the sun was up over the dome over here. We do already have some people checking in. Tyler Mahan says, let's go Buffs. So does Judy Holt Mullins, Lori Reagan, Krista Loudermilk, Herman Walter says, Potack, go get that dub, go Buffs. And Justin McKinney saying go Buffs as well. You can either comment underneath that Facebook post or you can message us on our Twitter page at Buff Sports Radio. That'll be the best way to be able to get in touch with us. Again, the next time that we come back on the air here, we're going to go back to commercial break. When we do return, we're going to be having your coin toss. That's presented by Tolliver Chevy GMC in McAlester.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros. Whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs, when you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
We are 5 minutes away from kickoff here at Coy Ishto Stadium, Norris Field, the home of the East Central Tigers, as the captains have now come out onto the field, starting off with your McAlester Buffaloes, Creed Tribby, Parker Dusenberry, Cade French, and Jordan Clark. As for the Ada Cougars, we have number 15, which is Eli Justice, number 14, Colin Christian, number 13, Kyler Gaddis, and number 12, Brock Boyles. To take over the rest of the coin toss, we send it down now to Derrick James. This is brought to you by Tolliver Chevy GMC. No gimmicks, no games, just the vehicles you love from the people you trust. You're going to love the way we trade. DJ, it's all yours.
Yep, we are here at center field. We're shaking hands. We're about to flip this coin.
Any guesses they actually get the coin toss right when they announce it?
We're going to find out.
We know this is a rivalry game. We know it's the 100th game in the series. It's a big night. Everybody's fired up. We really want an intense physical game, but we want a clean game too. If tempers start getting out of hand, you guys have to you help us out with that. Can you help me out with that? Because I don't want to have to deal with it. You good? Okay. McAlester, you're the members of the team. Heads, tails, heads. What is your call? Tails.
All right, Ada will receive. Yeah. Kickoff.
All right, so Ada, I think they won the toss. Ada has won the toss, and they will receive. I didn't know if McAlester deferred at first, but Ada won the toss. They elected to receive, and that is how we're going to start this game here in about 3 minutes. Again, there was your coin toss brought to you by Tolliver Chevy GMC. No gimmicks, no games, just the vehicles you love from the people you trust. You're going to love the way we trade. We'll take one more commercial break and be back in just a moment here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
And if you're watching on the video stream, as you can tell, the McAlester Buffaloes and the Ada Cougars have both made their way onto Norris Field. If you're just now tuning in, this is Brandon Green alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. Phillip, any final thoughts before we get started?
Man, on a night like tonight, 24 years and a day later, after some serious incidences on our American soil, to watch the home team run out of the tunnel with all the American flags, and to see everybody here tonight, both sides, man, it is phenomenal, and I am ready for this game to get underway. It has been a long week. It's been a long time coming since the McAlester Buffaloes have won in Ada. It's time to bring one home.
Five for Mitchell saying Potac, let's go Buffs. Cheering from Missouri. Mary Martin says go Buffs as well. Pounce on the Ada Cougars. We'll see the Buffaloes do so tonight. Again, Ada will get the ball to start off this game. We're about to have your kickoff. And today and all season long, that's brought to you by the McAlester News Capital, proudly supporting the Buffaloes in this new era of football, your leading source for reliable local news and valuable information since 1896. Go Buffs. And wouldn't it be a fantastic night for not only the Buffaloes to get their first win of the season, but for head coach Jeff Craig to get his first win as leader of the McAlester Buffaloes. Again, he's very familiar with this field. Yep. He won a national championship on this field. We'll see if maybe the start of something special happens on this field. All right, so putting the ball on the tee will be Kyle Moss. Around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for the 100th edition of Potac. Did you know it was the 100th edition? It's not like we only said it 1,000 times.
I did not know it was 100th edition.
McAlester and Ada here.
100.
Yeah, 100, right?
I didn't even know we're in Starkville, Mississippi, all these cowbells.
Ada will be returning it right to left. McAlester kicking it left to right across your radio dial and video screen. Back deep to return, LaKeven Richardson and Eli Justice. Moss, right hand up in the air, now the left. Approaches the football, puts toe to leather, and it's football time here in Oklahoma. This one will be taken at the 10-yard line by Parker. Parker right up the middle, and is hit sideways and knocked down right past the 25-yard line at the 26. Coming up already pumped up, that's Gunnar Pickett with the tackle. And this drive will start for the Ada Cougars at their own 26-yard line. That'll bring out Brock Boyles. Again, already on the season, 58% completion percentage, 433 passing yards to 3 touchdowns. The most prolific passer in school history, but that does not mean they're a pass-only offense. Karan Richardson in the backfield with him, 37 carries, 286 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. We'll see what they do on the first play here. Trips left. Now they move 2 receivers over to the right side to be on the line as tight ends and H-backs. In the pistol, Boyles gets the ball. He's looking to pass on play action. Looking middle with the very first pass of the game, and it's knocked down by Cade French. Step for step with LaKeven Richardson. And that'll be 2nd down and 10.
Guy right there trying to run a post route. I mean, trying to get a big hit on the first play of the game, flipping that H-back and that receiver / tight end. And sticking in the running back's gut, trying to get the safeties to step up. Cade French,
That was Cade French.
Cade French, step for step. Great deflection there. if that ball's better placed by Boyle, that was a touchdown pass, but it wasn't. Cade French, great play.
In motion goes Kyler Gaddis, the tight end on the right side. Snap, handoff Richardson, his first one of the day. He runs into the line, and there's not very far to go. Gain of about 1 or 2. Around the area, Isaiah Spencer. I also see number 56 for the Buffaloes. That is Andon Angeli coming up with the tackle. Brings up second down and long, or rather third down and long.
Now they're going to run that heavy personnel. They're going to be stuck in 12-man personnel right there, and the Buffaloes weren't fooled. It's a lot of what you saw last week, stacking the box, reading that run well, hitting them at the line of scrimmage.
So far on the season, Ada, 41% on third down. McAlester defensively, here a little bit better than that. Here's Boyles looking to pass, looking over the middle, tossing over the middle. In traffic, it's incomplete. Looking high, going for his tight end, Kyler Gaddis, threw it into traffic, and McAlster's defense forces a 3 and out. And listen to this crowd.
That's what the doctor ordered. Be better on third down, win the third downs. Right here, don't get a dumb penalty that can cost you a first down.
Rodney Washington back deep to return, as well as Cash Tidwell. Rodney's had a couple of problems with the punts so far in the first couple of games. Hasn't bit them yet. Here's the punt from Boyles, and it's a short one. High but short. Get out of the way. It'll bounce at the McAlester 48-yard line. Back into Ada territory. And it still keeps on bouncing all the way to the Ada 40. It bounced on McAllister's 48 and then rolled all the way back over to Ada's 40. And for the first time this season, McAlester will start a drive in plus territory. That has not happened yet. So let's see if the offense can go down the field and score here. First quarterback out on the field for the Buffaloes will be Jackson McKinney, who last week went 12 for 23 for 105 yards. He'll be in the backfield with Jordan Clark, who last week had that big 73-yard touchdown run against the Podo Pirates to bring it back to a one-score game. 2 receivers on the left, H-back right and Gunnar Pickett. Man alone, the receiver on the near side, Rodney Washington. Clark on the right side of McKinney, man in motion, Smith. There's snap, give over to Smith, reverse back over to Washington, flea flicker back over to McKinney, going deep, tried to, then he's hit. All the way back on the opposite 45-yard line, in with the sack, number 32, Gus Matthews, the Allen transfer. McAlester trying to go with some trickery here in the first play from scrimmage, and it's a huge loss of nearly 15 yards, making it a 14-yard sack. Brings up second down and 24.
Yeah, left tackle, he just kind of got pushed right back. That was Gus Matthews. And just straight bull rush, got around him. He had to let go because he was about to get called for a hold.
On trips right, handoff over to Clark, danced in the backfield and gets to the 50-yard line. Gets a few yards back for a gain of 4. It still brings up third down and long. We'll mark it third down and 19. So in situations like this, Cade French has been a guy McAllister's gone to. He had 5 receptions for 31 yards. Of course, Brandon Smith always with big play capability, 21.6 yards per catch so far this season, while McAllister needs 19. 9:51 left in the first quarter. No score after McAllister forced Ada to go 3 and out. McAllister facing one themselves here. 2 receivers on each side, ball on the left hash. Clark on the right side of McKinney. Snap, McKinney rolling out right. Looking downfield, tossing downfield. One-on-one for Rodney Washington, and he overthrew him. Will forward out to the right side. Maybe had a chance one-on-one. Looked like in the area, number 27, Braden McIlbray. And McAllister and Ada trade 3 and outs. Something McAllister's going to have to be better at. They're now 1 of 18 on third down this season. And that is the 11th 3 and out for the Buffaloes this season.
Yeah, that sack on first down, that's going to hurt you. And right there, you're going to see McKinney. They're working, moving that line of scrimmage, moving that pocket for him. Try to get them shoulders flipped, put the ball where only Rodney could get to it, but it just carried it out of bounds.
McKinney gets a snap, punts one away. It's a good one. Sidewise punt. It's bobbled. Parker. Parker picks it up his own 6-yard line, and he's hog-tied and brought down back at the 10. Is that Kyle Moss on the tackle? Number 31, Kyle Moss, I believe, got the tackle there. Did not let Parker go any further after he bobbled the punt. And the Cougars will start this drive right in between their own 10 and 11. So 2 3 and outs to begin this game. 9:24 remaining in the first quarter. Brandon Green alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. We'll see if Ada, who passed it 2 out of their 3 downs last time, we'll see what they do here.
So far, Ada's punt team and punt return team having a couple of blunders. Great ball bounces McAllister's way, couldn't cash in. Right here, bring some heat. They're deep in their own territory.
Back to the pistol set, loading up the line on the right side. And now they'll move him over to the left. Again, running with a 2 tight end set. Boyles claps and gets the ball. Hands it off over to Richardson. Richardson finds a hole and runs over a Buffalo, but the Buffalo stood tall. Still a good gain of 9 on first down to bring up 2nd down and 1 as Richardson took it up the gut. Richardson averaging 6.7 yards a carry this season. He's already closing in on 400 yards in just 3 games.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
Last year against McAlester at 19 carries, but for only 42 yards. McAlester did a great job of stopping the run. So far this season, teams are running it for 112 yards a game in the first 2. 2 receivers to the left. Again, they're loading up that line. Man in motion goes Gaddis, the tight end, to be on the line. Snap. Handoff Richardson again, this time left side. One-on-one with Devion Bickham, who tackles him after the yard of gain he needed to reach and then some. First down of the game. Out to the 24-yard line. They'll move the chains for the Cougars.
Right now the Ada offensive line starting to get that push. That left tackle, Dawson Matthews, really working on Isaiah Spencer, pushing him up, forcing Davion Bickham to come in and clean that outside.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ball right between the hash marks. 2 receivers to each side. First time we're seeing that today for the Cougars. There's the Clapham Boyles. He'll pass, but not before a false start. First penalty on the game for the Cougars, who last week might have won a little bit better over Ardmore if they wouldn't have had so many penalties. 14 of them for 151 yards last week. Again, McAlester, if you put that in perspective, McAllister's offense only had 207 yards of offense last week. So that's a lot of yards to be able to give up in penalties. And it'll bring up 1st down and long, 1st and 15 now. That backs them back up inside their own 20 to the 19. 8:18 remaining in the first. No score between the Buffs and the Cougars. You're in this opening frame of this classic rivalry. The good thing about Kyler Gaddis here for Ada is I'm looking over him. Currently lined up as a tight end on the left side. He can also be a slot receiver. Here's play action. Boyles under pressure, now runs and throws on the run into traffic, and it's going to be picked off by Brandon Smith. Smith has got it at his own 45-yard line, and they get to Brock Boyles yet again. Last year, McAlester was able to pick off Boyles 3 times, and there's numero uno tonight. McAlester Buffaloes will start with good field position once again at their own 46-yard line. A trick play that led to a sack really killed McAlster's chances of going down the field to score. See what they do here on their second drive of the game. 8:07 remaining in the first. No score between the Buffs and the Cougars.
Great play there by Brandon Smith. We talked about the mental error on the back end last week. This week, stays with this receiver stride for stride, rolls off his hip, makes a play, and I want to shout out the Uglies on the line, forcing Boyles out, getting a hit that probably allowed him to not get that ball where it needed to be.
2 receivers left, 1 right, H-back left side, and Pickett. There's the snap. And the play action, there's a big hole for McKinney on the left side. Can he outrace a Cougar? He can, as someone jumps on his back, and he carries him all the way out to the 45-yard line for a gain of 9. Nice read on the read option for Jackson McKinney, who has a history with Ada. He moved here back before his 8th grade year.
Yeah.
Well, moved from Ada to McAlester.
Right, so, I mean, he knows the importance of this rivalry and what it means. And this young man, he's ready to make a statement here tonight. And he puts that ball in Boog's gut and holds on to it. Gets that defensive end, that's number 32, Gus Mathis, to jump and get up there. Opens all that up on the back end, and Pickett just cleaning it up, making some blocks.
Pickett moves to the right side. Clark on the right side of McKinney. Snap on 2nd down and 1. Give to Clark. Clark for the 1st down. Spins past the 40 and falls forward to the Ada 38-yard line. Move the chains. That 1st down brought to you by Joe's Yardbird, proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Burgers, Phillies, wings, and more. Come down to the historic 1896 building on Choctaw and eat at Joe's Yardbird.
Yeah, they're going to stay right there in that 11-man personnel, using Pickett as that H-back, just getting up there, putting his face mask where it don't belong. And I want to attest to the pull, and then the boogie stop and shimmy, picks up a hard 7 for the 1st down.
7 minutes left in quarter number 1. Still looking for our first score. McAlester driving to the Ada 39. 2 receivers right, H-back right. Clark moves to the left hip of McKinney. 3 to snap it. 2, 1, there's the ball. Give to Clark. Clark up the middle, still pushing. Look at the legs churn all the way to the 35-yard line. On what it should have been a gain of only 1 is now there's pushing and shoving. That's Potak. It was a near penalty as Langston Weegar was caught up with a Cougar. No penalty will be thrown. McAlester wanted it. That's a gain of 4 yards to bring up 2nd down and 6. But you had a reaction as soon as the ball was snapped, Phillip.
Yeah, watching on this live stream, you might not be able to see it, but the thud right here, Gunnar Pickett, bow. and the thud of the helmets for that block was phenomenal. What a block there by Gunnar Pickett.
Halfway through the first quarter, 2nd down and 6 coming up from the Ada 35. McKinney with 2 receivers right. Snap. Give to Clark again. Clark bouncing it off right side. Has the hole to the 30-yard line. 20 to the 15. Pushed from behind at the 11-yard line. And Clark signals first down. Into the Pops Kettle Corn red zone. 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. You can custom color your popcorn for the holidays. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. Buffaloes get to the 11-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Clark on the right side. Snap. Bobble with the snap. Passing left side, throws backwards, and threw it behind his intended receiver as he was going for Devion Bickham on the left. Brandon Smith wanted the ball down the seam, but again, there was a little bit of a trouble with the bobbled snap, and it led to McKinney's clock start going a little bit faster. So 2nd down and 10 from the 8 to 12. Buffaloes looking to strike first with 5:41 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, I love the play call design though. Those skinny posts right there around the 10-yard line on the play actions. Sometimes you can work that post and stick it right in his gut. Just bobbled with the snap, had to get that one rushed out of there.
Man in motion, Smith. Here's the snap. It's a give to Clark. Clark wrapped up by Gus Matthews right near the line of scrimmage, and I think his forward progress is going to mark him down where this play began, so that'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Buffaloes. So McAlester, their struggles on 3rd down. Phillip, one of your keys of the game was be better on 3rd down. They're 1 of 18 so far this season. Here's a chance to be able to have a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, you can go 2 for 19 right here and punch this one into the end zone. You can get a 1st down without scoring, but the Buffaloes, they're not thinking about just getting a 1st down. They're thinking, we're this close. Let's go score a touchdown.
Watch out for Rodney Washington over on this right side. They may try to go to that back pylon. 10 to snap it. McKinney in the gun with Clark to his left. 3rd and 10 from the 8 to 12. The snap. Looking left instead. Going for the back pylon for Devion Bickham, and he was hit towards the back end of the end zone. Incomplete, as it was a bang-bang play there in the area. Number 27, Braden McGilbrey. Good ball by McKinney, but a better pass breakup for the Ada Cougars.
Yeah, he read that perfectly. And just as what you were saying, they're going to the back pylon. They just went to the other one to Devion Bickham. And it's going to now bring up 4th down. And what a pass breakup. He covered a lot of ground to get back there, because if he wouldn't have got back there, Bickham catches that ball, and it's a touchdown.
First field goal attempt of the year for the McAlester Buffaloes. It'll be a 29-yard attempt. It'll be from Blade Smith. Last year he hit one from 43 so far in the season on PATs. He's 4 of 5. Mullins the holder from the right hash. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick is on the way, and it is doinked. It's doinked off the right upright, no good. And we are still scoreless here in Ada. Doinks are fun until it happens to you. 4:47 left in the first quarter. We'll try to take a 30-second break and be back on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
So Ada starts at their own 20-yard line after the doinked field goal. A handoff to Karan Richardson. Again, not very far to go. Only gains about 2 yards before he's wrapped up at the legs for a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8. So the Cougars have gone 3 and out. They did get a 1st down on their second drive, but it then led to an interception after a rushed throw by Brock Boyles led to a Brandon Smith interception. McAllister's had good field position, and they drove the last drive. Could not capitalize as it stalled out at the 12-yard line. 4:23 remaining in the first quarter. No score between the Buffs and the Cougars. 2 receivers each side in the pistol set. Boyles on 2nd and 8 gives the ball back to Richardson. And Richardson nowhere to go, but he breaks out of a tackle and is able to now make something out of it. It was going to be a no gain or maybe even a loss on the initial hit by a Buffalo, but instead, now make it 3rd down and about 3. Take the back, 3rd down and 2. Out to the the Ada 28-yard line. See what Ada decides to do here on 3rd and short. Boyles trying to get McAlester to jump, and no one does so. 14 to snap it. Defensive battle so far here in the 100th edition of this game. Boyles Now gives the ball to Richardson. Richardson tries to lower his shoulder and push to the 30, and he's going to be short.
He needed to get to the 30, and I think he's at the 29.5.
Gain of only 1, and now here's an early decision for Wade Boyles in his second year with the Cougars. Well, second year as head coach. It's his 14th year at Ada all time. Do you punt it away here from your own 29? And if you don't get it,
they're going to punt.
Now watch out for the fake, because again, Poto last week, 4 or 5 fakes in one game. And also Brock Boyles is also the punter. So you always have to keep an eye on that when your when the punter is your quarterback. 2:57 and ticking here, 9 to snap it. Boyles wants it, and he will punt it away. It's an end-over-end punt that'll bounce and go straight up into the air. It's taken by the Cougars at the 36-yard line. And McAlester has their worst field position of the day, but it's still not too bad. 2:44 left in the first. And Jackson McKinney will come out for his 3rd consecutive drive as McAlester Buffalo quarterback. In the first 2 games, we saw a lot of first 2 drives McKinney, next 2 drives Brody Parker. But McKinney coming out for the 3rd drive. 2:44 left in the first, still looking for a first point. So is this going to end up feeling like one of those old school POTAC games where it was 13-0 in game number 1?
Well, last year it was 3-2 for the majority of the game.
We're someone 1920s called. We're back to that. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. First down and 10 from the Buffaloes. Here comes the blitz. And off. No, keeper by McKinney. McKinney past 1 tackler. Spins past the 40, still on his feet. And he will be downed at the 41-yard line. Keep that ball tucked, young man. Still a good gain. I think that his first reaction was to pass, but that pocket collapsed quick. Saw an opening in the offensive line and took it.
Yeah, number 11 for Ada, that is Owen Wofford. He's going to come on a late delayed blitz, get right in the right tackle's face. McKinney's going to pump and see it, brings that ball down, and the hole just opens up. And McKinney just fought through, held that ball tight, and picked up 5 yards.
2nd down and 5 now for the Buffaloes from their own 41, trying to get Ada to jump off sides. Nearly do so, but they stay on their side of the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers each side with the ball on the left hash. Clark on the left side of McKinney. 3 to snap it. 2, 1, they get the ball off. Snap, handoff to Clark. Clark grabbed up by the neck. Now he's got a lineman on his back, and look at the push from Jordan Clark still on his feet. Here comes the push from the herd, and he's still going past the 45. Keep it going.
Keep pushing.
First down, Buffaloes.
Push the end zone.
50. This is POTAC. First down, McAlester. That will bring out the crowd.
And Boogie stands up, hype, gets the crowd hype. But shout out to Cade French. He puts his nose in there first, and he starts shoving. And then the offensive line's like, oh, we can push too. And it's strength versus strength. And they've always said a Buffalo's stronger than a Cougar.
Man, there is nothing like this game, man. Packed house on the opposite side and on the Buffalo side. Ball on the right hash, trips left. First down and 10. 1:20 left in the first, no score yet. McKinney wants the ball and gets it. Passing middle. And it's, how did he hold on? Did he? No, he didn't. Turned his back to us, so I didn't know if he held on to that ball. Bounced at the 45-yard line after it was thrown just a little bit to, that would have been Cade French's right. 2nd down and 10.
That was a lot of English or mustard, as they would say in the old video games. Got to dial that one down, the old catcher playing quarterback.
And McAlester struggling to complete passes so far. Coach Craig said that in the first 2 games. We got to learn to play catch. And if we do, we're going to be dangerous. McAlester coming into this game, their completion percentage at just 40%. Trying to up that and at least get it back into the 50s. 1:14 left in the opening frame. No score. 2 receivers to each side. McKinney gets the snap. He's going to pass again on 2nd down. And he's going deep. Down the seam. Looking for Brandon Smith. And he's got a guy on his back. And there's going to be no flag thrown. And now Smith is also down. He's down around the 15. He was grabbed by the jersey, and it's just a missed call here. He grabbed the jersey, and he prevented Brandon Smith from making a one-hand grab, and now it's 3rd down and 10.
Yikes.
So he got to call those.
Yeah, that was missed. Jeff Craig's livid. McAlester fans are livid, and they all have a right to be. Yeah, his jersey's just getting tugged. Oh, that's a blown call, guys.
Everyone here at Coy-Isho Stadium could see that, except for the guy that was about 10 feet from him, and that's really going to irk a McAlester Buffalo. Buffaloes finally get the play, and they have 3 seconds to snap, but they're going to have to call a timeout here. 2 seconds, 1 second, and did they get the timeout in time? One official threw a flag.
One threw a flag, but the line judge on our side was signaling timeout.
All right, so it is a timeout. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds, and we'll return here on KNED.
The CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600. These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory. So get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto. Experience more. Ride safe and always wear appropriate gear, including a helmet.
So we've already had a lot of drama here in the first quarter between McAlester and Ada. The Buffaloes have had the ball at the 50-yard line. They're, I would say, playing better than Ada so far, but they're also finding themselves in more third down and longs, including this one coming up on 3rd down and 10, and what we thought should have been a pass interference on the previous play.
Yeah, I mean, defensive holding, illegal contact, pass interference, you name it. I sound like that lady when she sings the Thanksgiving song, but, I mean, that was a missed call.
3rd down and 10. Buffaloes had to burn a timeout because the play clock was winding down. We'll see what McAlester draws up here on 3rd down and 10 from midfield. 33 seconds left in the first, no score. 2 receivers to each side. McKinney hikes his leg, now puts Clark out into motion. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. McKinney now is under pressure, rolling out right. Here comes a flag.
Oh, they saw that one.
And they're going to throw it down the near sideline. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, and they'll be holding here. As I don't know if it was Uyghur or if it was Creed Tribby, but someone on that left side grabbed a bunch of Ada Cougar defensive linemen. It will be declined. Yeah, it will be declined, and that will lead to McAlester more than likely punting this one away, unless they feel good about their defense and they want to try to go for it here on 4th. McAlester, they have not faked a punt yet this season, but the 3rd down woes, man, they just keep coming. They're now one
for 20 now.
1 for 20. Quick math, that's 5%. McKinney back at his own 40 to punt this one away, gets the ball, and gives it the boot, and that's a great punt by McKinney again. Parker this time fields it cleanly at the 10-yard line. Past one man as he juked Kyle Moss out of his cleats. Past another one, and then he runs into a brick wall at the 29-yard line. And this drive will start at the 29 with 13 seconds left in the opening frame. So we'll have one play unless it's a passing play that leads to an incomplete pass here in the first. This game is brought to you in part by First Realty, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Furniture, Fenton Nissan, D-Bank and A, and KC Farm Machinery. Again, last year was the 2nd lowest scoring McAlester Ada game of all time. And this one we're so far scoreless with 13 seconds left to go. McAlester, again, cannot get caught napping. Although their defense has been great so far, Ada with big play capability. 1st and 10 from their own 29. Boyles in the pistol. Moves a tight end out into the slot. That's Gaddis. Boyles gets the ball. Hands to Richardson. Richardson trying to bounce it out left. Runs into the safeties. I see Jordan Clark there. And now Richardson with the Ada push. After he was stopped after 5 yards, pushed an extra 4 yards, and that will be the end of the first quarter. No score here in the 100th edition of POTAC. Well, you're heading to the second. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Second quarter beginning now. The McAlester Buffaloes tied up with the Ada Cougars 0-0. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Cougars from their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers to each side here in the pistol for Brock Boyles with Richardson behind him. Claps and gives the ball to Richardson. Up in the middle, runs into a wall. You will go no further. 3rd down and short. By the way, we have Chris and Katie Nelson tuned in from Buck Tussle. And we also have Michael McDonald saying go Buffs as well. Let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Brandon Green alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. for this historic edition of McAlester Ada. 11:35 left in the first half. No score and 3rd down. And they're going to call it a loss of 1. 3rd down and a short 4 coming up.
I want to say what up, Michael. That's my work friend. And you know what they say about Buck Tussle? Catch good crappie out of there.
You do catch good crappie. 3rd and short. Boyles claps. Back to pass, looking left. Still looking all day to throw. Now does throw into traffic, but it's a catch and a 1st down for the Cougars. Making the catch in traffic was LaKeven Richardson. But, man, he had enough time to make a sandwich back there, Phillip.
Yeah, he had a bunch of time in that. You got to be better than that. You got to be able to get up there, make a play on him, force him out of the pocket, do something. Instead, he's just standing back there putting the mayonnaise, putting the tomatoes on. And it's unacceptable from a standpoint of you want to get off the field, you got to generate some pressure and get back there in his face.
2nd first down of the game for the Cougars. Quick pass out into the middle, caught by the tight end Wofford, and he's out to the 46-yard line. A generous spot there. Didn't know if he got the ball after the 46. And it looks to be a gain of 4 yards to bring up 2nd and 6. Trevin Simons in on the tackle, who, get this, had 18 tackles last week for a total of 31 in the first 2 games. And as his first year as a starter, the junior at the inside backer spot. So 2nd down and 6. Ada still trying to get to the 50-yard line for the first time tonight. Tight ends will move to the left side of the line. That is Wofford and Gaddis. And we have
timeout, Ada.
A first call timeout by the Cougars. Now both teams only have 2 remaining unless there's a play clock violation here, which I have not seen anyone signal timeout. And Jelly's coming out. Langston Weegar coming in.
It's an official timeout.
They looked at a play clock or over to that south end zone, but we'll take a timeout with them. 10:23 left in the first half. No score between the Buffs and Cougars. Will return in a moment on KNED.
The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So it wasn't a play clock violation. There's a drone flying around here. People couldn't be in the stands, so they wanted to get the view of the 100th edition of this rivalry from way up top. DJ, you saw that drone fly around the stadium there, didn't you?
Yes, and it is actually on my video stream. It's currently behind our stands.
Get out of the field of play is what the official said, so they had to stop the clock. Good eye by whoever caught that. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Thank you, DJ.
Shout out Nate Brown. He found it up here in the booth for us.
Yeah, look at that. Tripp's right. Again, they're going to move the new tight end to the game, Gus Matthews. He'll be on the left side with Kyle Gaddis. 16 to snap it, 2nd and 6. There's the clap, and there's the handoff to Richardson. Richardson, left side, the most space he's had all day. And now he breaks down the far sideline. Could be our first touchdown of the game. And he's tracked up just inside the 15 on the biggest play of the game by either team thus far. Tracking him down was Jordan Clark on the tackle. But the Cougars get into McAlester territory for the first time tonight. Now, this is where the Buffalo defense won the game last year. They were able to hold the Ada Cougars to 0 of 3 in the red zone.
Yeah, that's just effective blocking, getting to the next level, putting a hat on a hat, flip both tight end and H-back, and then just run right behind them and then let them all put hats on hats.
Snap. Handoff, new running back into the game that breaks through, but then he's caught sideways just inside the 10-yard line on the carry. And his first one of the day, Cody Carpenter, who had only 8 carries from a season ago and 44 yards, but that's his 11th rush of the season, now for about 54. Gain of 5 yards brings up 2nd and 5. This is where McAllister's drive stalled out on that drive that they were close to scoring, and then a missed field goal has kept us scoreless. 9:42 left in the half.
Yeah, in a time like this, you're just going to need to beat that defensive front to get mean and nasty.
2nd down. Pop pass over the middle, wide open. He almost dropped it, but he held on. Gus Matthews in on the catch. Everyone bid on the run play, the Cody Carpenter, and he nearly dropped a wide open pop pass, but hanging on was Gus Matthews. And for Gus Matthews, I think that is his second reception of the season. And it's the first score of the game for either team. And so far, they're lining up and swinging gate. A lot of what Poto did last week, but again, you can form it back into a regular old PAT. They do go for it for 2 a whole lot. Now to kick it is the freshman number 24, David Stout, who is a perfect 7 of 7. Kicking into a little bit more slim uprights. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is perfect. Cougars lead here early in the second quarter, 7-0, 9:30 left in the half. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Got some people tuning in. Jake Whedon listening on his way home. Bobby French watching the stream in McKinney, Texas. Tamara, I hope I'm saying your name right. Potac Go Buffs, Brian, and Tammy Masters. And Betty back home in McAlester listening as well. Thank you guys for checking in. Cougars strike first with a pop pass to Gus Matthews from Brock Boyles. It is 7-0, 9:30 left in the second quarter. Buffaloes hoping to answer back. The second quarter has not been kind to McAlester. We'll have a drive summary in just a moment. Still getting ready for the kickoff here. David Stout standing just in front of the 35. And there's the pooch kick. Trying to find a man on the 30-yard line. It's going to be taken by a Buffalo. Past one man to the 40-yard line. Past another to the 45. Then he's hit sideways. Out of bounds at the 46. So McAlester, once again, good field position here. But it's time for a drive summary. Phillip.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, that was a 7-play, 72-yard touchdown drive. It spanned 2 minutes and 45 seconds of game time. Capped off with that 9-yard pop pass from Boyle to Matthews, and the point after was successful. That's your drive summary by T&W Tire McAlester. Stop in and say hi to Gail and Doug and see their technicians for brakes, suspensions, alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. Call 918-426-6571.
After the first 3 drives went to Jackson McKinney, Brody Parker in at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left. There'll be an H-back on the left side, and Gunnar Pickett. And Clark has ran every play at running back so far this season. No one else has been back there in the backfield with the quarterbacks. Showing pressure, here are the Cougars. Here's a high snap that's bobbled, kept by Parker. Parker running right. He's got some space past the 50, and he's tackled at the 49-yard line. As Devion Bickham met up with a Cougar here on this left side, the pushing and shoving.
Is that what you saw, DJ? Hold on that play?
Yes, it looked like there was a hold.
So after a bobbled snap and the good run by Parker, it would have been a gain of 6, is going to be coming back. Drive killers have killed McAlester. Again, they just haven't been in front of the chains. Again, all their third downs so far, and this one that they have failed to convert on, have been at least 9 yards or more. They are struggling on third down because, as you mentioned in the pregame show, first and second down.
Yeah, they're putting themselves behind the sticks right there, and I mean, we're a ways away, and we're also watching on a video stream that camera angle's way away, and it looked like defensive holding. It looked like he jerked the jersey of Gavin Mason instead. So, McAlester, either way, they're going to be looking at first down and 20.
Bringing it all the way back to the McAlester 36. Snap, handoff, Clark up the middle. Watch out, 45, past an ankle tackle. Gets back to the 49-yard line. Good gain on first down for about 12 yards. That brings up second down and 8. Boy, Clark, if you get him out into any type of space, you know what he can do, and he's done it so far this season with a couple of runs of 40 yards plus. has 3 touchdowns, and get this, coming into tonight, 9.9 yards a carry.
At 13 yards right there on that carry, that's going to help that average. And great blocking, saw the hole, couple of hop steps, missed tackle. What more can you ask for from the senior running back?
Snap. Give to Clark again. Big hole again past the 45-yard line. And he will get to the line of game enough for the first down. 1 yard past the first down marker. That'll move the chains. And also Clark lost his helmet, so we'll have a new running back for the Buffaloes for the first time this season. That first down brought to you by Joe's Yardbird, proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Burgers, Phillies, wings, and more. Come down to the historic 1896 building on Choctaw and eat at Joe's Yardbird.
Yeah, they're just rolling that. They're rolling with that H-back. And whoa!
Oh, they're calling that a third down?
They had everything.
They had everything moved. And Coach Craig is trying to say that should be a first down too. Okay, and now the white hat comes in and says, yeah, that's a first down. So already you can tell some headaches here on the Buffalo coaching side. Again, we thought that there might have been a missed. No, there was a missed pass interference back in the first quarter.
Phantom hold, push you 10 yards behind the sticks. Boogie says no problem.
Man in motion, Smith. Snap. Give to Parker Dusenberry. Cuts left up the middle. And Dusenberry will roll on top of a Cougar down to the 36-yard line. And the Buffaloes' run game working really well right now. 4 minutes into the second quarter, McAlester trying to answer back from a touchdown from the Cougars on their last drive.
And the way they're doing it, on the ground, sustaining some drives, getting the hog mollies up front, putting some hats on them. Parker Dusenberry, first time I've seen him run the football this year, and that was a hard physical run.
And give Gunnar Pickett a lot of love. He is creating holes big enough that a Mack truck could drive through it. 2 receivers to the right side. Parker Dusenberry will stay in again. This one will be a read option, and right up the middle goes Brody Parker, falling forward for a McAlester first down to the 27-yard line. Great couple of plays for Parker Dusenberry. On his first 2 rushes of his high school career, gets McAlester a first down by himself with the help of his friends up front. And there will be a timeout called as well. I don't know if it's an official timeout or a Ada timeout, but we will take it. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
This drive fueled by the run game of the McAlester Buffaloes, as they came into this game 94 yards rushing per game. And I think they're getting close to that here in the first half alone. 7:25 remaining in the second quarter. Cougars lead the Buffaloes 7-0. McAlester trying to answer back. An Ada timeout. They are left with 2 left. 2 receivers on the right side. They should have 1. I thought they called the timeout back in the first quarter. H-back on the right side. Clark on the left side of Parker. There's the snap. Give to Clark. A shake at the line of scrimmage. And he gets to the 25 before they're pushing him back. We'll see where the forward progress is marked down at.
We're going to get him for about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like 1. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, they just, I mean, as you probably heard on our, through our headsets, you can hear the fans right in front of us telling the line they got to hook up. And they just got blown off the ball, pushed straight back into the backfield. Ada was able to push off of them and hit Jordan Clark in the face, and luckily he was able to get something out of it.
2 receivers right, H-back left. Parker in the gun, 7 to snap. Man in motion, Smith. Here's the snap, a give to Smith around the corner, and he is getting out. Where'd he go to? I think he was tripped up around the 21-yard line.
There are couple of players down.
Yeah, they're slow to get up. There was a big-time collision, and we still have a Cougar down, and we're going to be having an injury timeout. So 6:22. Well, Braden McGilbory's trying to get up, but they're going to have him stay down for a little bit to check him out. We'll take an injury timeout and return here on KNED.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros, whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs. When you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
So Braden McIlbreth, he'll get up and he'll jog off the field on his own power. I think he kind of just got his bell rung there. Again, that was a big-time collision between two Cougars. Smith kind of split him, but he still went down to the turf. It'll bring up third down and manageable. Now, we've been talking about this, Phillip. Third down problems for McAlester have been a lot of the time because it's third down and 9, third down and 10. We have a third down and 4 coming up. We'll see what the Buffaloes decide to do here on third and manageable.
Yeah, you know, when it's inside 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, it's really going to be a lot easier to open the playbook. Stay with the run, stay with the read option, or an RPO. Instead of when you're looking at 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11s, where you know you got to throw it past the state.
The big third down early for the Buffaloes, looking for their first conversion of the game. Trips left. Parker awaiting the snap from Thomas.
Watch it to Rodney, dude. Running, loading the inside, one-on-one on the back end. That Varsity Blues, the oop-de-oop offense. They're going to call timeout.
Yeah, Ada saw something too. They don't want one-on-one with Rodney over there. I don't care who's across from him. There'll be an Ada timeout, and we'll take it with them. You're listening to McAlester Football on KND.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula, and let us make it happen for you.
Six minutes and 21 seconds. And I believe that Ada saw something that Phillip Jewell Jr. saw as well to my left. He saw Rodney Washington with someone 2 feet in front of him and really no help backside. So they decided, we're going to call timeout, settle that, and we'll see what happens on 3rd down and 4. It's like Rodney floats in the air. He can actually fly, Jackie. And so you don't want anyone to be able to be just 2 feet from him, pressing him and no help. But they're doing it again.
They're doing it again. They said,
Parker looks over to the right. Don't be surprised if this happens. They're loading the box right now. 6:21 left. 3rd down and 4. Buckle up, Parker. The snap, back to pass. They're going to go for Washington towards the goal line, and it's a perfect ball that won't be hauled in. I can't tell if there was a hand that was in on it, but Rodney Washington had it in his grasp, and Brody Parker put it right where it needed to be, but the Buffaloes could not haul it in. Now, this is kind of no man's territory. Again, McAlester already missed a 29-yard field goal. This one would be about a 38, so they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 3.
And the blitz came. It was picked up perfectly. Gave him just enough time to throw it. And,
Parker took a shot as he threw it. I think he just dropped it.
You got to catch that ball.
Was it tipped a little bit? Yeah, there's a little bit of a glitch in the camera there, so I couldn't tell if it was touched or not. But here's a big 4th down for the Buffaloes. They're 4 for 7 on 4th down this season.
Staying in that same offense.
Parker looking left, going to pass on 4th and short, and he tries to find Devion Bickham, and he turned his head a little too late. Almost still made the catch by his thighs, but it's a 4th down stop for the Cougars, and they're going to try to go up 2 scores on the Buffaloes here. 6:12 remaining in the first half. Cougars turn away the Buffaloes right by the red zone, and all that momentum there on the home side. It's up to the Buffalo defense to try to take it back. Again, the second quarter has not been kind to McAlester. They're being outscored in the second 38-7 this season. If you took away the second quarter, McAlester is winning games. If you take away the second quarter, it's 27-13. So out will come the Cougar offense. Last drive was benefited by a big run by Karan Richardson. He's at the head of this pistol set. Snap. Give to Richardson. Dances in the backfield, gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's pushed back. Gain of only about 1 or 2. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Officially exactly halfway through the second quarter.
Buffalo defensive line, they're just going to slam into the gaps right out of that pistol set. A pistol / diamond with an H-back and a tight end on both sides. And they're going to pull the guard in the tight end, which is a hybrid of the GT counter that teams are running now, and they just read it perfectly, got there before they could get in the hole.
Gaddis is going to move into the slot on the right side, getting that tight end receiver hybrid. Snap, back to pass. Boyles looking left, going deep down the left side, one-on-one. French in coverage, and it is incomplete. Nice coverage, Cade French. He was lined up opposite of, let's see there. He turns to his side, Lakeven Richardson. So Cade French goes against Lakeven Richardson and comes up empty. That is now 3rd down and 8 on the way.
That is 2 plays now that they have targeted Cade French, trying to get the ball to Lakeven Richardson, and Cade French has made 2 phenomenal plays out there. On an island, should you put that?
Mm-hmm. If he gets past French, it's a touchdown.
Yep. So that's like being on Revis Island back in the 2010s.
See what they do here. 3rd and 8. Passing situation for Boyles, the all-time leading passer in Ada Cougar history. Calls out the cadence to his line, and we'll have the 3rd and final timeout by the Cougars coming with 5:21 left in the second quarter. They lead the Buffaloes 7-0. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
3rd down and 8 coming up for the Ada Cougars from their own 24-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Here's the snap. Cougars lead by 7. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Passing over the middle, and it's too high for Richardson. Had him open. Overthrew him, and it was by the feet. I think it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage as well. The blitz was picked up well by the Cougars, but someone reaching up into the sky used that paw and was able to get a little piece of that ball. Still sailed over the head of Richardson and to the feet of Jordan Clark. So that'll be a 3-and-out, big 3-and-out by the Black Death defense. 5:17 remaining in the first half. Cougars leading by a touchdown and a PAT.
But you got to be smart here, though. It's 4th and 7. The defense just came up big. You got to be very smart right here and not commit a penalty or muff a punt.
Here is the kick. This is the best one of the day from Boyles. Spiraling kick. Rodney Washington comes in and grabs it past the 50, past one man. There he goes to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and down the near sideline, stays on his feet. Look at the dance moves by Rodney Washington all the way down to the 15. Chris Berman would be proud, using the right thumbstick to be able to go right, then left on a dime. We've seen that Euro step on the hardwood. 5:01 left here in the first half. Buffaloes about 15 yards away from scoring into the Pops Kettle Corn red zone. 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. Perfect for weddings, graduations, baby showers, birthdays, and all other special occasions. Gluten-free and keto-friendly. 918-404-5630 for quotes. A veteran-owned business. And we forgot, we had a turnover earlier today. Interception by Jordan Clark. That turnover sponsor is Lee Auto Sales. Who can? Chan can. So ball at the 16-yard line. Back in at quarterback is Jackson McKinney with Clark to his right. H-back right and Gunnar Pickett. Buffalo's got to capitalize here. Man in motion Smith. Snap. Give to Smith. Smith racing around the right side. Has a lead blocker to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to easily stroll into that orange south end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. The 1-2 punch, Brandon Smith again. Punches the Tiger defense in the mouth, and the Buffaloes are a PAT away from tying this one up. But again, those slimmer goalposts led to a doinked field goal earlier. Again, this is a college field. Means a little bit slimmer goalpost, I believe. So Blade Smith trying to split the uprights. There's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and it is wobbling, and it is still good. It wasn't kicked straight there by Smith, but he still makes it go through, and it's a 7-7 game. The Buffaloes lead the Cougars, or excuse me, the Buffaloes are tied with the Cougars at 4:54 left in the first half. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
The CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600. These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory. So, get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto. Experience more. Ride safe and always wear appropriate gear, including a helmet.
Radio dials and video screen. There's the freshman lefty boot, and it's a line drive kick that'll bounce past the 10, and another touchback for the dynamite leg of Kyle Moss. So a short drive there for you, Phillip.
Yes, that was a one-play, 15-yard touchdown drive. It only took 7 seconds off the clock. And then the lone play, a 15-yard touchdown run by Brandon Smith. And the point after was successful. That's your drive summary brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Stop in and say hi to Gail and Doug. And they carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that'll fit your budget. 918-426-6571.
Chase McNutt tuning in. Can't wait to have you on the call here in a couple of weeks after McAllister's bye week. Also, Waylon Browns, as you guys are doing a great job. Way to go, Buff Speed Ada. Tied up 7-7 as we are going to see this Ada drive start at their own 20-yard line. So 7-7's our score. 4:54 left in the first half. Boyles with Richardson in the backfield in this pistol set, loading up the right side of the line. Snap, play action, passing left, and it is low. Did he hold on? Looks like he did. Great catch on that left side. It's been Lakeith and Richardson. They do go back to him. Again, he's been held in check the last couple of games. Only 2 receptions for 2 yards. But with that catch by Richardson, he officially passes Jeremy Shockey for 6th all-time receptions in Ada Cougar history, passing a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
And a hurricane at that.
Gain of 9, 2nd down and 1 now. Clap from Boyles. Snaps a little low, but he still gives it off to Richardson. Richardson bouncing off left side, breaks 1 tackle, and now he's off to the races. Down the far sideline, stumbling after stepping out first at the 44. Second best run of the day for the senior Karan Richardson. And after going 3 and out, after the turnover on downs from McAlester a couple of drives ago, Cougars move the chains. 4:15 left in quarter number 2. Also, my daughter and wife tuning in, Harper, says go Buffs, and took a nap today, so that's good. She wants to hear Dad say night-night Harper a little bit later on. H-back tight end on the right side. They'll move over to the left. Richardson staying in at running back. Clock is stopped. The ball ran out of bounds. There's the handoff to Richardson, sweeping left. Met in the backfield, and he'll be slung forward. Man, Richardson is a tough runner. Stands at 6 foot, 215 pounds. Gets out past the 45 and what looked to be no gain on the carry. And gets out to the 47.5. What really impresses me about Karan Richardson is he has the durability, obviously, of a bigger running back, but he also has the endurance, too. He hardly ever takes any snaps off.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those bruiser backs that you would see in the mid-2000s in the NFL, and we were privileged to get to see a lot of those, and tonight, star in the making again in Karan Richardson.
Snap. Play action, rolling out right is Boyles. He has some real estate. Now will pass late. Wide open man along the near sideline. Dropped. Would have been a walk-in touchdown. Colin Richardson was behind Brandon Smith and he dropped a wide open touchdown. There is a gift wrapped in a black and gold bow. 3rd down and long coming up.
Now, DJ, you're right there in front of it. What did you see how he got away from Brandon and the safety? Is there anything that stuck out to you?
It did not. He just dropped the ball.
Solid route there by Colin Richardson. Again, has not had a catch so far this year. That would have been his first. He had 3 receptions for 37 yards a season ago. One of those receptions was an 8-yard catch over in McAlester. So it's still 7-7. Wipe the sweat off your brow. 2 receivers to each side, 3rd down and 6. 4 to snap it. Boyles claps, and there's the ball. Screen pass being set up, passing left side, caught at the fingertips of Richardson, and now he's got a lead blocker on the loose. Catching up to him is Devion Bickham, and he's stiff-arming him all the way down the far sideline, and finally hauled out of bounds.
We got a flag.
But there is a flag back around the 45. And
it's going back.
Yeah, Coach Craig is patting the top of his head. There'll be an illegal man downfield.
Got our dear friend Derrick Hatridge, he's standing down there alongside DJ, and he was giving the finger pistols backwards. And before Jeff Craig was noticed calling the illegal lineman downfield.
Yes, and he was about 5 yards ahead of the play, too.
Well, they're meeting up around the 32-yard line.
Here's the question.
That's not where the flag should be at.
But here's the question. If it is a screen pass, yes. Because
they're waving off the flag.
Because did he catch the screen pass behind the line of scrimmage?
No. He was out by the 40.
Then
he was. This shouldn't be waved off. I believe he was back around the 40. We're going back and watching the play here. They wave off the penalty, and Coach Craig will call a timeout. I don't blame him. 3:15 left in the first half.
He was about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage.
7-7 there's our score. Cougars threatening again here on KNED.
The CF Moto
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
So we were able to go back and watch the replay, and the officials, they missed another call. Again, they called illegal man downfield, and they threw the flag, but then they waved it off. But we went back and watched it. It was not thrown at or behind the line of scrimmage. Lakeven Richardson makes the catch 2 yards in front of it. That should have been coming back, and it's not. Instead, it's a big gain out to the McAlester 12-yard line. Would have brought up 3rd down and long, but instead the Cougars are knocking on the door. That's the second penalty that the Buffaloes have feel like the officials have missed. There's the snap. Hand off to Richardson. Richardson right up the middle. Jumped a man to the goal line. Did he get across? There's a flag coming in.
They're going to call this one back for hurdling. Or, so he made contact, so the penalty will stand?
Okay. Well, that's what we assume. Again, we went to the official school.
Because
that was one of the things that they wanted to put an emphasis on about hurdling.
Because I do know that there used to be a penalty assessed if the defender was standing up. They did call it. They did call a unsportsmanlike conduct,
which is hurdling.
But I do know though that if you was to hurdle when they're making an attempt at the legs,
you can still do that.
You can still do that, but it's if they make contact with the defender.
And so they make contact when they're going at the legs, or if you hurdle over a man standing up tall.
I knew the standing up.
Again, official school paying off for us there from about 3 or 4 weeks ago, heading up to Tulsa. So that brings back a near touchdown, and now it's 1st down and 15 from the edge of the 20-yard line. There's the whistle, 3:08 left in the first half, tie game 7-7. Snap, give to Richardson, left side. This time, nowhere to go. No gain on the carry. Buffaloes have 1 timeout remaining. Ada has none. We'll have now 2nd down and long on the way.
And if you are a college football or NFL football connoisseur like I am, we do not have a 2-minute warning in high school football.
Yep, so they're just going to keep on rolling. And McAlester also gets the ball to begin the second half, so they can get a stop here. And also, though, want to also mention Ada has a really good kicker, freshman kicker themselves, and David Stout, who's already made one from 22 this year and is perfect on PATs. Ball on the left hash. H-back tight end, scoot a little bit further off to the right. 3 to snap it. Boyles claps and gets it. Looks middle, under pressure. Blitz is picked up. They'll throw to the end zone, to the back end of it, and it is knocked around and almost intercepted. In perfect placement was Jordan Clark. Just couldn't haul it in, and then having to play defense in the end zone was Kyle Gaddis as he went at the arms after the touch by Clark, and they'll bring up now 3rd and long from the just inside the red zone.
Yeah, shout out Karan Richardson on the block. Shout out Jay Boogie reading that perfectly, and shout out Kyle Gaddis. 3 different players doing 3 different things on both sides of the football, and what a play there on 2nd down.
That's 2 blitzes picked up by Richardson.
Yeah.
Blowing up the guy coming in. So 3rd and long, big situation here for the Buffs. Richardson will get on the right hip of Boyles. The snap, play action, under pressure, gets right past one Buffalo, throws over the middle, and it's a little bit too far out in front for the one-handed grab by Gaddis as he split some players in the secondary, and that brings up now 4th down and long, and out will come the kick team.
Gunnar Pickett had a KO on Boyles set up, and he put the skirt on him, and Pickett went right around him.
So this will be a 36-yard field goal. It will be the longest one attempted by David Stout. Again, he's only kicked 1 field goal and went good for 22 yards. McAlester missed one earlier.
And there's no wind right now either.
Now Old Glory completely resting on that flagpole. Ball from the left hash. The holder is Boyles. 4 to snap it. 3, there's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. It's spiraling, and it is doinked. It doinked off of the crossbar and went through. Lady luck on the Cougars side for that kick, and it had just enough oomph. If it would have been a 35 and 2 foot yard kick, it would not have went through. But that one does doink off of the crossbar through the uprights, and Ada leads again, 10-7. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com. Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
2:03 remaining here in the second quarter. A 36-yard field goal that had just enough from David Stout is able to get the Cougars the lead back 10-7. McAlester does get the ball to begin the second half, but they also have a little bit of time to do something here and a timeout. Back deep to return is Jordan Clark, and I believe that's Cade French. Yes, it is. But last time we saw a huge kick, and it went over to Cash Tidwell. This time it's going to go a little bit further than Cash Tidwell. Coming in is French, and it hits off his chest, bounces forward. Ada jumps on it at the 30-yard line. Exactly what you didn't need. Hit right between the 1 and the 3 on Cade French's jersey. Bounced straight into the arms of an Ada Cougar, and they have a chance to go up 2 scores before the end of the half. There's McAllister's first turnover since the game against Broken Bow when they had 5. Now the turnover battle is even at 1-1. Oh, that's a killer. And now the defense has to shake that off and say, hey, we got to still bring it here. 30 yards to go to the end zone here for the Cougars. Offense comes back on. 10-7, Cougars lead the Buffs. Running back this time will be number 6. That is Cody Carpenter. In the pistol. H-back left, 2 receivers right. Snap. Play action, rolling out, now stepping up, has all day, now under pressure, rolling out left. He's going to try to tuck it and run. Past the 30, past the 25, and running out of bounds on the edge of the red zone out at the 21. They're going to call it at the 22, gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 on the way. Buffalo fans out in front of us. Again, I'm not saying I see it, but Buffalo fans are wanting a hold there on that last play. I think that's a good no throw.
Yeah. I mean, there's blocking on every play. Let's just be honest. The holding on every play. And some of it gets called, some of it doesn't.
2nd down and 2.
That's just football.
H-back tight end move to the left. That's Gaddis and Wofford. Boyles claps and gives the ball to Richardson. Richardson runs over a linebacker for the first down. Out to around the 15. Ball. I thought the ball came loose, but it's over on that far side again. It's Bickham and the guy across from him are going at it like all night, whether it be Bickham on offense and that guy on defense. I think it's Kanan Parker. Or is that Richardson?
That's
Richardson. Yeah, that's the rivalry between McAlester and Ada. A little bit of pushing after the play, but not enough to draw any flags on either side. And Ada trying to kill some time so that McAlester couldn't have a chance to do something if they do stop the Cougars. 10 to snap it. 1st down and 10 for the Cougars from in the red zone. Snap, give, left side. Richardson hits sideways, tries to drag a Buffalo. Doesn't go very far. I can't believe he's still on his feet, too, man. Gets a gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7. We're closing in on 65 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, they're just staying heavy package, and they're just running the football very effective between the tackles, outside of the tackles, doing what they want right now, controlling the clock, controlling the game.
Ada has no timeouts. Keep that in mind if they keep on running the ball. H-back tight end right. 2nd and 8. Snap. Play action, passing middle. It is caught. Big hit, but across the goal line. Touchdown, Ada. To Lakeven Richardson. And the muffed kickoff return comes back to bite the Buffaloes. And instead of a 3-point deficit at worst going into halftime, it's now 16-7. And on to attempt the PAT will be number 24, David Stout. 39 seconds left until the break. Boyles to hold. Snap, hold. Kick is up, and it is good.
No.
Oh, no, it hit off of the upright. That's the third time. We've had 3 doinks in 4 attempts to the uprights. That's the first missed PAT by David Stout this year. I assumed he was going to make it. That's what I get for assuming anything. And it's 16-7. Cougars don't get that extra point. So we'll take a break, and we'll return. We'll see if McAlester tries to do anything with 39 seconds left and a timeout, but they got to fill the kickoff first. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Welcome back to Ada, Oklahoma. The Cougars get back on the scoreboard with a touchdown reception from Lakeven Richardson. We'll have a drive summary for you here in a moment, but all eyes are on the Buffaloes, hoping that they can catch this kickoff return because that's what led to the points for the Cougars. So they were able to steal a possession away from the Buffaloes, and they do appreciate the turnover. 39 seconds left until the break. There's the boot. This one, again, going forward towards Cade French, a second chance here. He does catch it at the 20. Runs over towards
Oh, my God.
Jordan Clark, and the ball bounces around, and the Cougars are on it again. They tried to do some trickery as it was kicked and fielded by Cade French. He tried to pitch it backwards to Jordan Clark, and they couldn't get that right. And this goes from bad to worse. They try to have some kind of spark, and McAlester gets the ball to begin the second half. This was going to be a 10-7 game at worst going into the break, and now 2 turnovers on 2 consecutive kickoffs have put the Ada Cougars 3 feet away from the red zone. This defense is tired. It's been a long time since it feels like the offense has had the ball. Empty backfield. 4 wide. Here's the snap. Boyles looking to pass. Under pressure. Passing left towards the end zone. It is knocked around and incomplete. After Gaddis got past French at first, French was able to come back and knock it out. And that brings up 2nd down and 10. Clock stops at 29 seconds.
Yeah, that previous drive summary, 4 plays, 30 yards, touchdown, 13-yard touchdown pass from Boyles to Richardson. Took a minute, 29 off the clock. That's your drive summary by TNW Ty McAlester. Stop in, say hi to Gail and Doug, and see their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. Call 918-426-6571.
29 seconds left. Don't be surprised if Ada keeps on trying to go to the end zone here, but no timeouts left. Snap, they'll pass again. Looking right. Pumps, no one's open, has to roll out right. Now throws to the near sideline. It's caught and tipping his toes out of bounds after making the catch for a short gain is number 1, Kamari Richardson. That is Richardson's first reception of the season. He only had 2 last year for 15 yards. Makes, I believe, more of an impact on the defensive side of things, where he had 37 tackles and 2 picks a year ago. So 3rd down and 7 after a gain of 3 by Richardson. And a chance for the Buffaloes to hold the Cougars to a field goal attempt. They can get off the field here. We've had 2 field goal attempts and 3 PAT attempts.
Watch Lakevian Richardson on Cade French. Nobody over there that could be running a skinny post on the backside.
I was going to say we had 3 doinks so far. Here's the snap. McAlester bringing blitz. Boyles looking left. He'll step up in the pocket and try to run it. He's past the line of scrimmage, out to the 10-yard line. He gets past one man on the shuffle, and he gets into the end zone. Had no one open, and on the scramble, Brock Boyles scores with 11 seconds left in the half. And what could have been 10-7 going into the break has turned into 22-7. Boyles had 2 rushes for a yard coming into tonight, and he takes that one for, just about 17?
18.
18 to the crib. And if the Buffaloes don't start turning this thing around, and I'm going to say, get their head into the game, Ada could run away with this in the second half. Here's the snap. Hold. Kick is up, and it is this time true, and it's a 23-7 lead for the Cougars. 11 seconds left in the half. We'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So all eyes are on the kickoff return for the Buffaloes. There have been, 13 points scored off of 2 botched kickoff returns by the Buffaloes. Within 40 seconds, it's 23-7. Cougars lead the Buffaloes. There's the kick, and they kick it off. Cade French back there to return as he catches this one, and they will return it to the 20-yard line. Trying to go down the near sideline, and he's going to be grabbed and tackled at the 23 with 7 seconds left. McAlester has a timeout, and I think that they would be content with letting this one go into the locker room unless they want to try for one big strike.
If you remember,
and DJ, it just feels like the Buffaloes look kind of defeated right now on the sideline in terms of their body language, huh? I don't know if he was able to hear me there. But, yeah, I mean, just looking at it from the press box, they're down in the dumps, and they're going to have some kind of momentum swinger to be able to get back into this.
And I mean, at 23-7, you're not out of it. Just a couple of plays, one big hitter over the top, one big hitter out of the halftime break. And
they can do it. They nearly came back from 21-0 last week. Exactly. They can do it. They just have to quit shooting themselves in the foot. Snap and hand off to Clark. Clark past one man. Can he do it with this play to the 30? Oh, there's a huge hit as Clark gets hit up high and his helmet goes flying off.
Oh, my.
And Clark is down.
He's hurt.
Oh, that is a massive hit to Jordan Clark. And now we're just concerned about Clark and if he's okay.
That how does that not get classified about helmet to helmet? Gosh.
Oh man. Clark is getting up. That hurt though, man. He's getting up and he'll walk off towards the locker room, but at the end of the first half, again, we're just hoping that Clark, there's nothing more than just a big hit to the head as the helmet went flying off. That, I think you're right, Phil. That should be some kind of helmet to helmet. I mean, obviously, and that'll be the end of the half. That's where we're going to leave it at that. 23-7 is the score. The Ada Cougars lead the McAlester Buffaloes. Buffaloes get the ball to begin the second half. Again, we're about to have your halftime show brought to you by Prime Structures here shortly. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros, whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs. When you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2444.
The CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600. These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory. So get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto. Experience more. Ride safe and always wear appropriate gear, including a helmet.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured, mechanical license number 0014445.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
So the end of the first half leads to a 23-7 lead for the Ada Cougars. Again, they have done a great job of being able to just score off McAllister's mistakes. Again, it looked to be a 10-7 game. It was a 7-7 game until a minute left in it. About a minute left in it. It looked like it was, take that back, it was a 2 minutes left in it. With 2 minutes left in the first half, it was 7-7. Then a doinked field goal made it 10-7. McAlester muffs the kick. Ada goes down and scores a touchdown. Miss PAT. McAlester fields the kick, cannot convert on a reverse and a toss back, and then it leads to a turnover. Ada scores again, and this time makes the PAT. So that is just on the turnovers alone, that is a 13-point swing, and the Buffaloes find themselves down by 16 points. Again, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Prime Structures, your local manufacturer of portable buildings, also offering carports and metal garages, locally owned by Brent and Leisha Case. Phillip, your opinion on the first half?
It was ugly, and just when you really feel confident with that touchdown run from Brandon Smith, like, all right, like we got some life, and they go down the field and score or was it a missed field goal on the on that drive right after the
McAlester touchdown? They made the field goal, then there came the problems with the kickoff.
And that's right, we missed the field goal. They missed the PAT, that's what it was. And they go down the field, and it wouldn't have even been a score if you don't miss an illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
that led to the field goal that was made.
You see it on the screen where the ball was snapped at the 48, the catch is at the 50, linemen are 6-7 yards downfield. They go down there, they score, and then the wheels fell off.
Yep.
And, it's always coached that if, receivers catch with their chest and they thud it in, your receiver coach tells you at a young age, if it's a spear, it would have killed you. Well, kickoff goes up, and I believe it was number 9, Cash Tidwell, was signaling, back to Cade French and thinking that maybe it's going to be in between them. Maybe he was calling him off, and Tidwell makes his way up, thud, and as your coach has said your entire life, the spear would have killed you, because like you said, Brandon, right in between the 1 and the 3. Well, then they go score, then they kick off again, and a botched trick play, and next thing you know, you're looking at a 23-7 deficit, and what could have very well been 10-7 at the half, and you're getting the football back
with a chance to take the lead going into the second half too. So. And not only do they have the lead at 16 points, that's an ultimate momentum killer, and that's what I feel like it feels like for the McAlester Buffaloes right now. We have Phillip's opinion. Now we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Derrick James, for tonight. How does the team feel right now, and especially when you have Jordan go down like that? And how he did get up on his own power. Again, he was hit pretty hard there at the end. How did he look to you, DJ? And give us your halftime. Was it the halftime sideline report brought to you by Reagan Auto?
Well, it appeared Jordan got up well on his own power, so hopefully he can return for the second half. Shake it off, and because we kind of need him. But that second muffed kick there, it kind of sucked the wind. The second muffed kick kind of sucked the wind out of the sidelines. So.
We lost you a little bit, DJ. Hey, turn towards us there. There you go. That antenna's pointing over here towards us. If you
gotcha. Okay. But hopefully we can gain our composure and come out in the second half and battle back.
All right, there's
back to y'all.
There's your halftime sideline report brought to you by Reagan Auto.
Here at Reagan Auto, we want to keep your family safe on the road this school year. We offer maintenance and repair services on all makes and models. So make Reagan Auto your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Come on down to Reagan Auto, 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAlester, and visit our friendly service consultant or give us a call at 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236 to schedule an appointment. Go Buffs!
Put me in, coach.
So again, 23-7, Ada leads at the half. Phillip, let's have your difference maker for Ada and McAlester, and then we'll get toward our scoreboard update.
My difference maker for McAlester, even though the mistakes on special teams, the plays that the young man's made on defense, being on lockdown over there on Lakevian Richardson at times, one-on-one, and deflecting passes, touchdown saving play that ended up in just 3 points. So, I mean, right now, defensively, I would say Cash Tidwell.
Cade French.
Or Cade French, I mean. And if I can potentially use two of them, you're not on the scoreboard if it wasn't for Brandon Smith. And Brandon Smith with that run got you in the end zone. And I guess you could cheat and say you wouldn't even got that if Rodney Washington wouldn't have returned the ball to the 15.
Yeah.
All that to say, those are the guys that you have to talk about for McAlester. But right now for Ada, man, you can't just pick one. I mean, I feel like, and
I think if you're going to have to go with one, it's Brock Boyles right now.
It's got to be Brock Boyles or Karan Richardson. Karan Richardson, what is his size?
He is 6 foot, 215 pounds.
Golly, that is a lot of man coming at you. And yeah, he is he reminds me a lot of watching Xavier Robinson.
He's tough to bring down.
And physical, very good pass blocker, thrives off of contact. So, I mean, you got to be Brock Boyles, maybe Karan Richardson, couple of blocks, picked up a blitz perfectly and threw a McAlester defender to the turf. And so, I mean, Boyles doing it with his legs, doing it with his arm. Karan Richardson doing it on the ground. Those are the guys that's changing the game for both teams, in my opinion.
All right, again, 23-7, Ada leads at the break. Scores from around the district and area are coming up next, presented by Big Mac's Barbecue. We're going to turn down our mics and have that be displayed at the bottom of your screen if you are watching on YouTube. If you're listening on the radio, that will be done by Wyatt the Cadillac Kid in the KNED booth. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Prime Structures. Commercial, Nate.
Prime Structures is your local manufacturer of portable buildings. From storage sheds, portable garages, and portable barns to custom builds such as chicken coops and greenhouses. Prime Structures is the only one who builds their buildings here in McAlester using local resources and local labor. They also offer metal carports, RV covers, and metal garages. Local ownership with buildings built in McAlester means factory direct pricing for the customer, saving you money. Free local delivery is also provided. Prime Structures in McAlester, locally owned by Brent and Alicia Case at 1702 South George 9 Expressway, 918-525-4101. See us on Facebook and Instagram.
Tonight, the Cougar Band will perform their 2025 production titled Free as a Bird. Under the direction of Jack Mall, Jake Lohr, and Jordan Eaton, the 2025 Cougar Marching Band is led on the field by drum majors Daly Velasquez, Nolan Narcomi, and Paisley Poe. Flute soloist is Paola Velasquez, and trumpet soloist is Marietta Piercy.
Hey, Warden, sound the alarm. Cletus and Bubba broke out last night. Heard they're headed over there to that Big Mac's barbecue.
Well, go see if they're over there. And while you're there, pick us up a slab of them mouth-watering ribs and get me a Warden's Whopper.
You want to add some of them award-winning baked beans, hand-cut fries? I heard they give you all the trimmings. You want me to pick you up some of that Granny's Nanner pudding? What about some of that peach cobbler?
Located inside the Easy Stop, formerly TJ's gas station, 3410 North Main. We got all your beer, bait, tackle, and barbecue you need for a good day out on the lake. Open daily for lunch and dinner from 10:30 to 6. Call-in orders are welcome at 918-420-5993.
Come risk it for the brisket.
Prime Structures is your local manufacturer of portable buildings. From storage sheds, portable garages, and portable barns to custom builds such as chicken coops and greenhouses. Prime Structures is the only one who builds their buildings here in McAlester using local resources and local labor. They also offer metal carports, RV covers, and metal garages. Local ownership with buildings built in McAlester means factory direct pricing for the customer, saving you money. Free local delivery is also provided. Prime Structures in McAlester, locally owned by Brent and Alicia Case at 1702 South George 9 Expressway, 918-525-4101. See us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, presented by Prime Structures, your local manufacturer of portable buildings, also offering carports and metal garages, locally owned by Brent and Alicia Case. Again, the score at the end of the first half, the McAlester Buffaloes trailing the Ada Cougars by a score of 23-7. And the GOAT, Larry Barnett, he is watching from back home in McAlester. He said, I couldn't just sit here. I have to be able to do something here. So he was been statting from home. He says it's pretty dang close, so we're going to be looking at these stats from the halftime break here. So we're going to start off.
Larry.
Yeah, that's DJ chiming in. Love you, Larry. Okay, starting off with the Ada Cougars, Karan Richardson has ran the ball 15 times for 106 yards, and he has not had a touchdown run yet. We have had number 6, that is Cody Carpenter. He had a 6-yard run. And number 12, Brock Boyles, he had 2 rushes for 26 yards and a touchdown. Boyles has thrown the ball only 6 of 15 so far. He's also thrown a pick, but he's thrown 2 touchdown passes, one to LaKeven Richardson and the other one a pop pass to number 32. That was Gus Matthews. So far, it's 100 yards receiving for LaKeven Richardson. Big chunk plays for him. One was a 38-yarder, and also 17-yard reception by number 10. That is Matthew Hutchins. Also number 14 with a grab. That was Colin Christian. And then we had number 1. And as Kamari Richardson, he had a grab for 3 catches as well. 2 penalties for 15 yards on the Ada Cougars tonight. They have 137 yards rushing on 18 attempts, 74 yards passing on 15 attempts, 7.6 yards rushing per rush. It is 4.9 yards per pass, 211 total yards for the Cougars for 6.4 yards play. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes. We have had Jackson McKinney. He has had 3 rushes for 1 yard. Jordan Clark, 10 carries for 72. Number 19, Brody Parker, 2 carries for 12 yards. It has been so far on the stat sheet here for Larry. Number 0, Parker Dusenberry with 1 carry for 8 yards. And number 12, that is Brandon Smith, has had 2 carries for 20 yards and a touchdown. McAlester has not completed the pass. They are 0 of 8. Again, already came into this game 40% completion rate. They are 0 of 8. McKinney has gone 0 for 6. Brody Parker's gone 0 for 2. McAlester has had 2 penalties, both of them holding calls. 113 yards rushing on 18 attempts. No yards passing on 8 attempts for 113 total yards on 26 plays. So it looks like McAlester is only, despite having 3 less, actually it's 4 less. I believe it's 4 less drives than the Ada Cougars, have only ran 7 less plays. 113 total yards, 6.2 yards a rush. Obviously 0 yards per pass, 4.3 yards per play. So, Phillip, as we look to the second half, and we're about 9 minutes away from the second half, what are your keys to the second half?
You got to, the keys to the second half are going to be the exact same as the first half. And the keys to the game. You got to sustain drives. You got to win the turnover battle. You got to win third downs because what are they now, 1 for 20?
Either 1 for 20 or 1 for 21.
And so, that's not going to do it. And lastly, what did I say? I said you have to win the kicking game. You rolled out, you missed the field goal. Okay, well, there's 1 hit. You get a good punt return. That's solid.
Leads to a touchdown.
And it leads to a touchdown. So exactly what I said. But just as I said, if you drop or muff punts and kicks, they can lead to short fields and scores. It's exactly what it's done for Ada.
It's a whole difference in the game.
And literally 13 points off of two botched kickoff returns that if it doesn't happen, you could be 10-7, maybe 14-10.
With the chance to score, yeah.
With the chance to score again and be up 21-10. And, I mean, if ifs and buts were nuts and cherries, it'd be Christmas time. That's a saying that I heard last couple of weeks ago on Twitter talking about college football players, and I was like, I really like that. I said, I'm going to use that next time. But when it all comes down to it, you got to take better care of the football.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take better care of your quarterback. You got to be able to pick up blitzes. Lastly, receivers, they got to pick up their quarterback, because when the ball hits you in the hand, you got to come down with it. That could have been a touchdown in the end zone, and that goes for both ways. Ada
dropped one too.
Ada had a wide open touchdown. I mean, no one around him. Heard the coaches next door banging on the window, and he drops the ball right there in front of the pylon. So you got to help the quarterback out and get the passing game going, because if the receivers can't catch the ball, they'll continue to stack the box. And we'll force you to throw it, because if you run it, it's only going to be a couple yard gains.
Well, again, this is an offense that is quarterback heavy, and if you don't complete a pass in the first half, I know you only took 8 shots, but if you can't complete a pass in the first half on a quarterback-driven offense, your offense is going to struggle. And right now, they still had a chance to be down by 3. I think the biggest key for me to start the second half, with how down in the dumps the Buffaloes felt after that second turnover, after the kickoff, you have to go down the field and score this first drive. You get the ball to be able to begin the second half, field it cleanly, go down the field and score, make this a 2-possession game. And if you can do that, I think you might see a little bit of life in the Buffaloes. Again, they were down 21-0 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter last week against Poto, which, in my opinion, I think they have a better defense than what we're seeing so far from Ada. If McAlester can go score, they have a chance to maybe come back in this one.
Yeah, and also, you really saw the momentum and the pendulum swing hard on that very last play of the half when Clark's helmet popped off, and you saw the way Ada was fired up, and they're jumping around, and the somber feel of McAlester. Yes, we are worried about Jordan Clark, and I'm not saying that move on, go play football, but you saw the somberness of, hey, this is our dog, this is our leader. And Ada, on the other hand, they're like, we just delivered a big blow. They got the momentum after 2 back-to-back scores like that and a big hit. So piggybacking on exactly what you're saying, Brandon, this is a perfect time to show them, hey, you might have had a big hit on our dog. You might have knocked his helmet off. You might have just took 2 scores, but here's our time. We're going to rear back, punch in the mouth, and ain't no bigger time.
And we don't, again, Clark got up in his own power. Yep. He got his bell rocked, but he got up in his own power. We don't know the condition of him going into the second half, but in terms of that status, he got up and was able to go to the locker room completely on his own. So that is the status that we had on Clark. We'll see what happens when they exit the locker room here in the second half. Well, that is the end to our Buffalo halftime show that's brought to you by Prime Structures. Again, McAlester does get the ball to begin the second half. Again, we will be starting it back up in about 5 minutes with kickoff the second half. Again, this has been McAlster's football's 100th edition in this game against Ada. McAlester wanted to make a big comeback again, where there was a pretty big comeback here back in 2010 by the Buffaloes, down by a couple of scores. We'll see if they can do it once more. Again, you're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros, whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs. When you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
The McAlester Buffaloes, they exit warm-ups to a loud ovation from the McAlester fan base. Buffaloes down technically by 2 scores. It's a 16-point game, 23-7. Can they do something to start the second half to give their team a little bit of life back? That is what they're hoping for. Again, 2 key turnovers at the end of the first half really put McAlester spirits down. They're hoping to get that back and get back into a groove here, and we'll see if they can do that as we're about to begin the third quarter. Kickoff to the third quarter is brought to you by the McAlester News Capital, proudly supporting the Buffaloes in this new era of football, your leading source for reliable local news and valuable information since 1896. Go Buffs. So, Phillip, your final thoughts before we get started with the third quarter.
Final thoughts before we get started. I just saw Jay Boogie with the helmet on, so do with that as y'all want. He's walking the sideline with his helmet on, but so he might come back in this game. We don't know. But the Buffaloes need to set the tone right here on this kickoff return and the first full play from scrimmage. Win that battle on the line. Go put some points on the board and make Ada know that you still are the big bad Buffs of McAlester.
Well, Clark not taking the kickoff return like he did on the previous one. Instead, Brandon Smith will be back there with Cade French. So again, we're about to begin the second half. Cougars lead the Buffaloes 23-7. We'll see if they can escape that nightmarish second quarter that's been nightmarish this season for them. Again, that is now plus 50 points that have been scored on the Buffaloes. It's 54 points have been scored on the Buffaloes to their 14 in the second. That's where they've lost their games in the first 2 games. So getting ready to kick it off left to right across your radio dial and returning it right to left across your video screen. And with the kick will be number 24, David Stout, who's been aiming it towards the Cade French and I can't tell if that's Brody Parker not over there on that far side by the 30.
It's just 9.
That's 9. It's Cash Tidwell over there. There's the boot, end over end, coming in is French. French makes the catch at the 20-yard line, goes up the seam, past the 30, to the 35, has a blocker, to the 45, to the 50, to the other 45, to the 40, and he's tackled down there. Great return, and a little bit of redemption for Cade French to be able to get the Buffaloes good field position to start the third quarter. So that is exactly what McAlester wanted, to be able to begin the second half.
And Jay Boogie is back out, and he's going to take the first half of running back this half.
That's great to see, man. Again, he took a scary hit to end the first half, but he's going to be back out there with Jackson McKinney for the start of the third quarter. 9 seconds went off the clock on that return, and a great return by French out to the 40-yard line. See, McAllister's had great field position all game long. They did not have a drive that started in plus territory at all coming into this game. They've had many here. They've been able to score on one of them. Can they score on a second one and possibly bring this to a one-score game, depending if they want to go for two for one of these? H-back to the right, two receivers right. There's the snap to McKinney. McKinney will keep it himself on a great read option to the 35-yard line, to the 30. One man to beat for a touchdown. He tries to barrel right over him, and he does so. Stands up out of bounds and says, let's get this offense rolling. Braden McIlbray was the man in his way. He also saved the touchdown. That first down brought to you by Joe's Yardbird. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes, burgers, Phillies, wings, and more. Come down to the historic 1896 building on Choctaw and eat at Joe's Yardbird. And McAlester right on the edge of the red zone.
Now that's phenomenal block in there. I couldn't tell who the pulling guard was. And Davion Bickham. Bickham takes the cornerback for a ride, shoves him out of bounds.
Hand off to, no, it's going to be another keeper by McKinney on the read option. And where'd your ankles go, sir? To the 5-yard line, to the 2, and he's down there. What a juke move by Jackson McKinney. Kids balling to begin the second half. Into the Pop Scuttlehorn red zone, 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes.
And the way he's putting that ball in there, pulling out, running with the number 5, that reminds me of Tony Kiefer-esque. Slide the foot, bring it through. Jackson McKinney showing out.
And there's two defenders in the backfield there. I don't know how he got around both of them. Man in motion, Smith. Snap is to the right, and there comes the flag.
Cheated.
McAlester 6 feet away from the goal line. There's a penalty that moved McAlester back 5 yards.
You get going, and I want to say that pulling guard, I believe it was Blake Byram on that first play from scrimmage, so I want to give a shout out there to Byram and to his family. Saw a pulling guard, just couldn't see the number.
Hey, Byram, he was putting in work one of those Potac car bash doors. They were going, dang, Byram, every time he was able to slam one. So he brings a lot of strength to the McAlester offensive line here on this opening drive of the second half. 10:50 remaining in the third quarter. McAlester opening drive of the second half. McKinney in the gun with Clark to his right. After the penalty, here's first and goal from the 8. Back to pass, rolling out right is McKinney. He's got an open lane, one man in front of him, cuts it left, gets towards the goal line, and he spins forward. And they're going to say his knee went down at the 2 down there by the corner. So they get those yards back, and it's second down and goal. Boy, McKinney's legs, dangerous with him right now.
This young man, he sees the field at an elite level for such a young kid, and it shows you the maturity that he has. Also, the starting catcher for the varsity baseball team sees ball at a high level.
Pickett on the right side of the line is the H-back. Two receivers right to the short side. Snap is dropped, and McKinney has to just lay on it at the 5-yard line. It went a little to the right, and he couldn't handle the snap, and instead of risking the turnover, just falls on it. And it'll be third and goal from the 5.5. Again, those growing pains, McAlester shows a lot of skill, but they have those growing pains they're trying to grow out of. And they have been in abundance tonight, but only for a short amount of time. But that short amount of time has led the Cougars to a 23-7 lead. Can the Buffaloes get some points back? Ball on the right hash, third and goal from the 5.5. McKinney moves Clark to his left hip, 9 seconds to snap it. And there will be a timeout call by McAlester, and one you might need later on, with 9:26 left in the third. 23-7, the Cougars lead the Buffs here on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
So McAlester, after a great return by Cade French, they're able to get all the way to the 6-yard line is where they're marking it right now. And Coach Craig knows how big of a play this is, so he calls a timeout here with just under 3 minutes into play of the third quarter, this opening drive by the Buffaloes. They have 2 left. McAlester looking to get some points back. And it will be McKinney in the gun with Clark to his left. Again, 2 receivers on the right. Gunnar Pickett in the H-back spot on the left side. McKinney awaits the snap. Man in motion, Smith. The snap. And keeping himself as McKinney runs left. And he's hit across the goal line. He scores. Action Jackson in Ada on that drive. Made it happen with his legs. And the Buffaloes, a 2-point conversion if they decide to do that away from going down by a score. But it looks like they're going to try to take the points and go with the PAT. 23-13, 9:20 left in quarter number 3. That is how you respond. Right down the field after a great return by French. McKinney made it happen with the feet. Blade Smith, 1 for 1 on PATs, 0 for 1 on a field goal attempt today. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is true. And the Buffaloes do what they needed to do. Go down the field and score on the opening drive. It's 23-14, 9:20 left in the third quarter here on KNED.
The CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600. These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory. So get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto. Experience more. Ride safe. And
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
What do we say during the halftime break? You needed to go down the field and score, and the Buffaloes do just that. They get some of that momentum back. Let's see what the defense can do. Kyle Moss with his left hand up in the air. Points over to the right. Looks over towards his left. Here comes the big leg from the freshman lefty, and he drives this one. But returnable. Back at the 7-yard line and taking it is an Ada Cougar. It looks like it's Parker to his left, and he's met at the 20 and sandwiched onto the turf. And I believe that's number 87, Jack Lott with the tackle. Nice hit. Phillip, we have enough time for a drive summary.
Yeah, that was a 5-play, 40-yard touchdown drive. It took 2.5 minutes off the clock. Kept over the 6-yard rush by Jackson McKinney. The point after was successful. That's your drive summary brought to you by TNW Tire. Stop in, say hi to Gail and Doug as they carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that'll fit your budget. Call 918-426-6571.
So the recipe to a comeback when you're down 23-7 at halftime, score on the opening drive, get a stop the very next one. See if the Buffaloes can do that. Down by 9, 9:13 left in the third. There's the snap to Boyles. Hand off to Richardson. Richardson running left. He's met in the backfield and sandwiched down again to the turf. This time number 11 with the tackle. That is Isaiah Spencer that made his way for the TFL.
You know, call me crazy. The way Isaiah Spencer works off of tackles, whether it's the left side or the right side, reminds me personally of a lot of Adepojo Adebaraway with the Oklahoma Sooners. The way that he's long and lengthy and gets off.
I'm just surprised you pronounced that right. That's incredible.
That's a lot of years of watching UFC, guys.
That's a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. In the pistol, Boyles claps. Gives the ball to Richardson running right. There's nowhere to go there either. Here come the Buffaloes. And first man there, Trevin Simons on the tackle. I think he got back to the line. Nope, they're moving him back a yard. Loss of 1, 2 consecutive TFLs, and here comes the Black Death. 3rd and 12.
There's life back here on the sideline. The sideline's back.
Thank you, DJ. And it all depends, though, here. They've had a lot of chunk plays. Watch out for LaKeven Richardson. Again, he's been paired opposite of Cade French over there on that far side. They're going to want to go to him, maybe. Also, Kyler Gaddis. McAlester showing blitz. And there's a false start. Richardson moved first. Ooh. And they'll move him back 5 yards. This McAlester fan base, man. Third and 17. A chance for McAlester to get the ball back here if they can prevent the big play from Ada.
Right here, you maybe stay with that blitz call, slide through the A-gap, maybe get a hit for a sack, maybe a turnover. They are deep in their territory right here.
Back to their own 12.
They're staying in it.
Boyles, claps, McAlester bringing the pressure. Coming in, picking up the blitz, passing left. There's no one there. Miscommunication on the pass to the left side. Looking for LaKeven Richardson. And that'll be a 3 and out for the Ada Cougars.
And that right there, Parker Dusenberry didn't walk up and show it too early. He hops. He's right behind the nose tackle, backs up, poof, right through Corbin Richardson's face and was in Brock Boyle's face, forcing him to sell that ball way over LaKeven Richardson's head.
So Boyles standing on his own goal line late.
Oh, why are we late?
Coming in late is Devion Bickham. There's the punt. It's a end-over-end kick that's going to Cash Tidwell. He'll take it at the 49-yard line in Ada territory. He gets tripped up at the 46. Great one-on-one tackle by Colin Christian. If he gets around Christian, he's got a little bit, I'd say 5 or 10 more yards of space there. Maybe you can do something with it. But McAlester will start their second consecutive drive of the second half in plus territory, this time at the Ada 46. Recipe to success. The Buffaloes are following it right now for the second half. This is why, again, if you are having your doubts and things looked really bleak at the end of the first half, McAlester has the talent to be able to go and win games like this. They just have to be able to figure it out, figure it all together, and not shoot themselves in the foot. So far, playing clean, playing good. We'll see what they do here with this drive, starting with 7:40 left in the third quarter, down by 9, 23-14.
Pickett's checked in as that H-back again.
He's had a great game. H-back on the right side. Snap. McKinney gives it to Clark, sweeping right, past the 45, to the 40, to the 35-yard line, and that's enough for a Buffalo first down. Got Jay Boogs out in space. Move the chains for McAlester. And there is
It looks like Jordan Clark's down with some cramps.
Okay, as long as it's just cramps here. Again, we know that he got hit hard at the end of the first half, but they are stretching him out over there by the 33-yard line. So we'll take an injury timeout and return. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
So it looked like cramping for Jordan Clark, but he still needs help getting off the field. And it's like we mentioned it over in Broken Bow. It's never just a cramp. Cramps, they're like, okay, hopefully it's a cramp. It still really hurts, so he needs help getting off the field a little bit, and he is now going to walk off on his own power. Buffalo offense trying to get the McAlester fan base up on their feet.
When you talk about cramps and the cramps really hurt, think about when you have a Charlie horse and you get woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
So,
ball after the run by Jordan Clark on first down gets a first down for the Buffaloes. It's out to the 33-yard line. 7:30 left in the third quarter. Buffaloes down 23-14, trying to make their comeback. Man in the backfield all alone is McKinney. There's the snap, man in motion's French. McKinney will keep it himself up the middle, past the 30-yard line, and a good gain on first down. Out to the 27. Looks like from this angle it's a gain of 5. Brings up second down and 5. We'll call it 6, second down and 4. Again, McKinney's legs have been really what has propelled McAlester in their first drive. Gets a good run there on first down. Coming in to be the running back, Parker Dusenberry. This again, Clark battling those cramps.
I just saw the score from the Savannah and Wilson Henrietta game. If this trend continues, they're going to score probably over 100 points tonight total amongst both of them.
Snap. Give to Dusenberry. Hops over a man diving at his ankles and gets the first down. And he's banging off Cougars like a pinball. Down inside the 15 to the 11. Parker Brusenberry. Move the chains.
Refusing to go down. Pickett sliding up. And that's exactly what you want. And you got to snap the ball. Keep them on their heels.
Oh, they're running with it. Here's the snap. Keeper, no, this time it is a keeper by McKinney. He's hiding the ball in the play or the read option and gets to the 10-yard line. Again, if I'm struggling to figure out who has the ball from up here, I'm sure that some Cougars are as well. He gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Again, the Buffaloes back into the Pops Kettle Corn red zone. 27-14 North Main Street, McAlester. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. McAlester 9 yards away from being down by, if they can complete a PAT here, from being down by 2 points. But they got to score first. Again, McAlster's already been turned away in the red zone once tonight. 6 minutes left in the third. Dusenberry on the right side of McKinney. Pickett H-back right, man in motion to Smith. Snap. Give to Smith. Smith around the corner. Gets a block by Dusenberry. And it's read this time well by the Cougars, and he has to trot out of bounds after a gain of only 1 or 2. Brings up 3rd down and 7, I'd say. Well, 3rd down and goal from the 7. There's a late flag coming in, too, and I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and it could be on the Buffaloes. It's on the Buffaloes. You can't do that inside. You can't do that at all, and you especially can't do that inside the 10.
DJ, did you see exactly what happened down there on that far side?
I did not. I'm sorry.
Nate said that he saw a push late after the play was well over. Well, it's a long discussion for unsportsmanlike. Oh, it's on Ada.
Okay.
And that gives them a first down because McAlester started this set of downs. Well, it's half the distance to the goal. It's not going to be a first down unless the down marker resets.
Well, he came into the back of Brandon Smith and pushed, and Smith went forward and kind of shoved him up, and the referees, I guess, called it on the one who done it first.
So it's first down according to the down marker. Now they're changing it back up. 3rd down and 1 from the 2. McKinney in the gun with Clark to his left. Snap. Give. No keeper. McKinney left side towards the goal line. He's short, but he does get the first down. Again, they could get a first down on that play. They do so, and it'll make it first down and goal from the 1. But the Buffalo offense right now making the Cougar fan base sweat. 23-14 and just 3 feet, maybe not even that, maybe a foot away from making this a 3-point game.
Inches away.
Inches away. First and goal from the 1. McKinney with Clark on his left hip. 2 receivers left, ball left hash. McKinney the snap. Give. Clark right through the uprights. Like a goalpost, the offensive line created the gap for Jordan Clark. And McAlester is 3 points away. Touchdown, McAlester. .5:13 left in the third quarter. McAlester awaiting the PAT from Blade Smith. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is on the way, and it is good. McAlester down 23-21. 14 quick points in less than 7 minutes of play in the third quarter. Buckle up. You're listening to the 100th edition of POTAC here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Don't look now. The black and gold down by 2, 23-21. And it didn't take very long. 5:13 left in the third. Moss gives this one the boot. Again, returnable. Coming in is Cody Carpenter, who makes the catch at his own 19-yard line. Goes laterally, looks for an opening. And he's met by a Buffalo at the 30-yard line. Pushed forward around the 33. And in on the tackle, number 53 or 35. Oh, 8 on the return. Sorry, that is LaKeven Richardson on the return. Nate trying to also be a spotter there for me, but that's a decent return for the Ada Cougars to get out to their own 34-yard line. Phillip, another drive summary for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that was a 7-play, 46-yard touchdown drive. Took 2 minutes, 27 seconds off the clock. Kept over the 1-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark. The PAT was successful. That's your drive summary by T&W Tire. Stop in, say hi to Gail and Doug as they carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that'll fit your budget. Call 918-426-6571.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the ball game. 5:05 left in the third. Pistol formation, 2 receivers left, H-back right. Moving left to right are the Cougars. Here's a quick pass on first down. Low, was it caught? McAlester signaling incomplete, but the official on the far sideline says he brought it in. Saying he got his hands underneath it was LaKeven Richardson. 2 or 3 Buffaloes came up and was trying to signal incomplete. They give him the catch for a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd down and 5.
2nd down and 5.
And that was a little bit in traffic there, so it's hard to be able to tell. We can't say one way or the other. McAlester showing a little bit of pressure. There's the snap to Boyles. Play action, passing over the middle. Caught by Gaddis, and he's in space down the seam. No one's in front of him, and on 2nd down, Gaddis takes it to the house. Ada answers back, and it's deja vu from last week. The 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Brock Boyles. Looking like he did a couple of years ago here at Norris Field, Coyisto Stadium. He went 7 of 15 for 184 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game. And it is a 29-20 game again. Quick drive there for the Cougars. Boyles on the hold. How many yards was that, Phillip?
61-yard touchdown pass.
There's the PAT, and it is good. And the Cougars now lead 30-21. Again, 4:21 left in the third quarter. We'll have a drive summary for you coming up in a bit here on KNED.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Trading punches here in the third quarter. The McAlester Buffaloes down 30-21 after the Cougars answer back after the McAlester 2 touchdowns in their first 2 drives of the third quarter. And after this kick by number 24, David Stout, we'll have a drive summary for you in a moment. Back deep at their own 15-yard line, Cade French and Brandon Smith. There is the kick back towards French again. He will take it at his 19-yard line and work it left. Tries to wait for an opening to appear, and now he doesn't get that, but now he's going laterally to the 30-yard line, to the 35-yard line, gets around the corner to the 45-yard line, past an Ada Cougar, and he's being pushed all the way back to the Ada 45. Cade French with 2 big returns here in the second half. A major redemption there for him after he had a couple of mistakes there at the end of the second quarter. He's balling right now.
I also want to point out that Davion Bickham was standing there, and he was signaling, come on, come on, come on, as French was looking for that hole to open up. Finally looked over there, turned the corner, and thus the blockers with Brandon Smith and Davion Bickham leading the charge.
And now we have a drive summary for the Cougars. It was a quick one for them.
Yes, sir, it was. That was just a 2-play, 64-yard touchdown drive, and it only took 44 seconds. Capped off with a 61-yard touchdown passing catch from Boyles to Gaddis. The point after was successful. That's your drive summary by TNW Tire McAlester. Stop in, say hi to Gail and Doug, and see their technicians for brakes, suspensions, alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. They and call them at 918-426-6571.
Away from the play, Cody Carpenter was hurt, but he got up and jogged off on his own power. Again, I was wondering what we were holding it up on, but again, over there by where French kind of caught the ball, that's where Carpenter was down at. So we do start this drive again for the third consecutive drive in plus territory to start the second half for McAlester. Down by 9, 30-21. Buffs trying to bring it back within a 2-point game. 2 receivers right, H-back left, McKinney. And for the third consecutive drive, again, McAlester has put up 21 points without completing a pass yet. McKinney, the snap, the give to Clark. Clark cuts it right, grabbed up high, and McKinney is calling for a penalty. No flag comes out. Carries it to the 42-yard line for a gain of about 3. And McKinney was kind of short hopping up and down, looking back at the officials, wondering why a flag wasn't thrown. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It could have went either way. I will agree with both sides. That one looked like it could have went either way. It looked like he grabbed him, held on, and then spun him around instead of jerking him down.
3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Cougars lead the Buffaloes 30-21. Snap goes off to the right, but there's a handoff to the right to Jordan Clark, who gets into the secondary, and he will break past the 30-yard line to the 27. Another big gain for Jordan Clark, who's having a big game. Move the chains.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, you're talking about not completing a pass. Right now, the McAlester football team are running the football down the throats of the Ada Cougars. And, hey, if you run it enough and it's effectively, stick it in his gut, pull it, heavy hitter on the backside.
Shout out to the O-line and Gunnar Pickett. Again, man in motion Smith. The snap, and we have a flag coming in. 2 flags coming in. And it'll be another false start on the Buffaloes. McAllister's been good at not really drawing a lot of penalties this season. That is one thing they've been pretty good at. Again, they only had 40 yards of penalties in week 0 against Broken Bow.
Yep.
Last week, 43 yards of penalties.
That would have been number 54, Langston Weegar. He was getting ready to pull. That's what they were doing. They're going to run that jet sweep. Just a little anxious, and he's ready to pull before that ball was snapped.
So moving back 5 yards out past the 30-yard line. 2:59 left in the third quarter. 30-21, Cougars lead the Buffs by 9. McAlester has found something here, and they're keeping on doing it. They're spamming it like you're playing Madden football. McKinney bobbles the snap straight into the arms of Jordan Clark, and there's not really much going on there. And
the forward momentum was killed. That could have been that should have been.
Yeah, because someone did lead with a helmet there on that tackle. As the forward momentum was stopped, someone came in and jumped in with a helmet, and for the third time tonight, Clark loses his helmet on the tackle. Again, it's not a dirty play. Not considering a dirty play, but that's still a late hit, and it's a hit up high, and it should be a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, by the legality of the law, it is a penalty. Is exactly what you're saying, so. Gain of 1, if anything, on that one. 2nd down and long. 5 to snap it. McAllister's got to get on the ball. 4 to snap it.
They're going to have to call a timeout here. 2 seconds. 1 second.
snap it.
McKinney gets the ball just in time. Looks middle. Tosses middle. Towards the goal line. Going up where the ball is. Oh, he nearly brought that down. Rodney Washington into triple coverage. Just floated in the air like a butterfly and almost brought it in.
There's a flag. Well, the flag was picked back up. Sorry.
Well, it's a warning. It's a sideline warning
Sideline
there.
warning against Ada. I thought that pass was going to be intercepted, and I was like, it's picked. And the way Rodney just floats above everybody and almost brought it down. I mean, I understand you're in triple coverage, but when you're above the defenders like that, you have got to try to use some strong hands, bring that one back in.
Well, he nearly did, though. That would have been a highlight reel catch. I can't believe they got that snap off in time. That was dangerously close. 3rd down and 14. Empty backfield for McKinney. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap to McKinney. Looking left. Pocket collapses. Oh, the way back to the right side. Now escapes to the 35-yard line, to the 30. Cuts it back left to the 20-yard line. And he's pushed down about, I think he's a little bit short, about a yard or 2 short. But if they want to go for it here on 4th down, which I assume they will. What a play by Jackson McKinney. He escaped a couple of sacks. And it brings up 4th down and 1. If that. Yeah, it's 4th down and 1. 90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Big 4th down coming up for the Buffaloes. 4 of 8 on 4th down this season. And a timeout will be called by Ada. 1:21 left in the 3rd. Cougars lead the Buffaloes 30-21. 4th and 1 coming up from the Ada 17 here on KNED.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros. Whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs, when you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
For the Buffaloes, the Ada Cougars decide to call their first time out of the second half. It's a 30-21 Cougar lead, but McAlester into the Popsicle Horn red zone again. Give them a call at 918-404-5630 for quotes. They're at 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. Big play for the Buffaloes goes without saying. 4th down and 1 in the red zone. Clark on the left hip of McKinney. 2 receivers right. Pickett on the right side. Man in motion will go Clark. There's the snap. Quarterback run right side. Gap opens up and he pushes himself forward to the 16-yard line. Enough for a McAlester first down. That'll move the chains. Whew. At first he was hit by the line of scrimmage, but got that forward momentum to get across the line of game.
John Mateer? Nah. Jackson McKinney? Yes.
Boy, this has been a running fit that the Buffaloes have been in. 1:15 left in the 3rd. They've already scored 2 touchdowns here in the 3rd. They've scored on every drive in the 3rd quarter. First down and 10 from the 16. McKinney takes the ball, gives to Clark. Clark stuttering up the middle and falling forward to the 13-yard line. Looks like it'll be a gain of 2 yards, actually. I thought he got a little bit more than that. 2nd down and 8. In the final minute of the 3rd quarter, in a 9-point Ada lead, McAlester trying to get back into that south end zone that they've loved so much. All their touchdowns have come into that orange south end zone. H-back left. A man out on an island right now. Rodney Washington on the right side. Stacking the box again are the Cougars. Snap to McKinney. McKinney going 1-for-1 towards the end zone, towards Rodney Washington. Did he get a foot in?
He's out.
No, he's not. Rodzilla, baby, bring it back in. Touchdown, McAlester. What you know about Rodney Washington? And it's a 3-point game again. The dude is a walking, in this case, leaping highlight reel. Blake Smith on to attempt the point after. Trying to bring this back to a two-point game. The ball's bobbled, picked up by Smith, and he throws it late. Finds Trevin Simons. He's going towards the goal line. He extends the arms, but he's going to be just shy. What a play that would have been. A pass from Blake Smith on a botched snap, and Simons nearly got in, but McAlester down by 3, 30-27 with 29 seconds left in the third. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go, W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Are you having fun yet? 30-27. This is POTAC. The 100th edition is living up to the hype. McAlester down by 3.
In the words of the Gladiator, are you not entertained?
29 seconds left in the third quarter. We have a whole fourth to go. Kyle Moss gives this one the boot. Straight down the middle of the field. It'll bounce at the 5, goes straight up in the air, and Christian has to pick it up at the 2. Christian running left. Christian running up middle, and he's out to the 20-yard line, so he's still able to get this back to where Ada would have had the ball anyway, but Blade Smith in on the tackle, and this drive will start for the Ada Cougars at their own 21. And McAlester brings it back within 3, 23 seconds left in the third. Phillip, we have a drive summary for the Buffs.
That was an 8-play, 46-yard touchdown drive. It took 3 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 13-yard pass from McKinney to Rodney Washington. Oh, my land.
Savannah is leading Wilson Henrietta 82-76 in the fourth quarter.
That's your drive summary by T&W Tire McAlester. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that will fit your budget. Call 918-426-6571.
First play, handoff to Karan Richardson. And he's, again, falling forward, using that strength to push himself to near the 25. I think a yard shy of the 25 for a gain of 3. And I don't think Ada's in any hurry to run a play here before the end of the third. So put those 4s up in the air, Buff fans. McAlester has brought it back to a 3-point game, scoring on every drive in the third. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Strap in. If the fourth quarter is as wild as the third quarter was, we're in for a fantastic finish. 30-27, Cougars lead, and they have the ball. 2nd down and 8 as they're now moving right to left across your radio dial and video screen from their own 25. In the pistol, Brock Boyles has got Karan Richardson at the head of this formation. Kyle Gaddis goes out to be a slot receiver who had a touchdown catch last time up. Here's a blocked pass, and it finds its way into the arms of Lakeven Richardson. just a stroke of bad luck. They were able to have a tip pass on a screen pass to the left, and it found its way into the arms of LaKeven Richardson, who gets the first down and all the way out to the Ada 40, call it 7-yard line. 1st and 10. LaKeven is a special talent for the Ada Cougars. He's closing in on what can be a record-setting year for the Cougars. Not just for a single season, but also for a career if he can continue what he did last year. Screen pass out to the far side, caught by Colin Christian. Good blocking out in front. Now he's off and tripped up at the 40-yard line. Again, if he gets past one more Buffalo, we could be looking at 6 more points. So here comes the passing game of the Cougars. And Brock Boyles is really good at it. Again, he broke a single-game passing record, throwing the ball 58 times against Cushing last year in the first round of the state playoffs. He completed 37 of those passes, both of those records. It was for 568 yards.
Yeah, you got to be apex further out there on that one as an outside backer. There was no H-back, no tight end over there. You got to get out there on top of him.
1st and 10, handoff to Richardson. Richardson runs into a wall after a gain of only about 1. On the tackle, number 15, Gavin Mason, thank you. He went with 6'6". I see what you're doing there. Gavin Mason right at the middle, applying the tackle. And Nate doing his best to be again, he's got the good video screen right there off to the left side of us, if you can see us here in the press box.
Videographer and Andrew Shepard all in one.
A little bit of a spotter there. Thank you, Nate. Gain of half a yard, 2nd down, and a long 9 coming up. Pistol set, Boyles claps. Play action, rolling left, looking left. Now goes for it all. One-on-one for Richardson. Turns around, and it is caught by Richardson. Comes back and makes the catch on hand fighting inside the 5-yard line, and it's another big play by LaKeven Richardson. After he was held in check by the Ardmore Tigers last week, only having 2 receptions for 2 yards, he is breaking loose on the Buffaloes tonight. Cade French has had such a good game against Richardson. Really on those 50-50 balls, but that time Richardson gets the best of French.
That ball was a duck up there too, gents. That ball, it was just wobbling.
And now they're going to go with the...
Richardson just limped off the field.
Under center. Boyles gives to Karan Richardson. Met at the 1, and I think he's denied of getting into the end zone, and he is. And coming out with the ball was Cade French, but they're going to mark his forward progress down to the 1. Boy, what if they wouldn't have called that dead? And you just see him running the other way. That would have been crazy. I would love to see a Chaz Bradley moment right now. The under center is Boyles. The right side of the line looking to get set. Boyles gets the ball. QB sneak, tries to go over his line. Here come the officials waiting for the signal. And he is into the end zone. PA was quick to the punch there, but he does cross the goal line, and the Cougars score again. Boy, and we have had scoring galore here in the second half. On every single drive by both teams, there's been a touchdown with the exception of 1, and that was Ada's first drive of the 3rd quarter. And again, stout on for the PAT as this is back to a 9-point game, trying to make it to 10. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is squeaking through and making this a 37-27 game. 9:13 remaining in it. Can the Buffaloes get on the board again? You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
The CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600. These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory. So get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto. Experience more. Ride safe and always wear appropriate gear, including a helmet.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
We're back in Ada, and this has turned into a shootout the McAlester Buffaloes trail the Ada Cougars 37-27. Neither team has been stopped with the exception of the opening drive by the Cougars. McAlester trying to score again. They have not scored into the north end zone yet, though, so we'll see if they can do that tonight.
Quick question, partner. Has McAlester, yes, we did, because the Jordan Clark touchdown last week was in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So
it's the only one we've had in the fourth so far, I believe. This one's returnable. Well, Brandon Smith, they're going to say called a fair catch. I didn't know if I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see one.
And he had a lot of space, too, and you know what Brandon Smith can do in space. Well, I'm going to have to look at it here on the replay for me, but I didn't think he called a fair catch. Again, it's hard to tell on the video stream, but we do have a drive summary there for the Cougars once more.
Yeah, that was a 7-play, 78-yard touchdown drive. It took 2 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Boyles. That's your drive summary by TNW Tyler McAlester. See their technician for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. Call 918-426-6571.
Oh, Brandon had a lot of space, too, as I'm looking back at that. And like I said, if there's anyone that can do anything with any type of space, Buffaloes have a lot of those types of players, and Brandon Smith is one of them. You don't call him T and T for no reason. So Brody Parker will come in at quarterback. First time of the second half. 9:13 left in the fourth quarter. Buffalo's down 37-27. Two receivers to the right, H-back right. Here's the snap. Handoff. No keeper on the read option by Brody Parker up the seam and down at the 24-yard line. But looking over at head coach Jeff Gregg, he was very upset with something that developed on that play. I don't know if there was a missed block or what.
Craig was yelling to throw the ball.
An RPO.
Yeah, it looked like they had the backside bubble with Brandon Smith.
Gain of only 2, second down and 8. Under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Buffalo's down by 10. Parker with Clark to his left. Snap to Parker. Give again to Clark. Clark at the middle. Tried hurdling a Cougar, and instead he was met up high. Yeah, bring up third down and short. Again, McAlester has completed one pass so far tonight, and it was a touchdown throw to Rodney Washington. We'll see what they decide to do here on third down and waiting for the down marker to move. Looks like third down and 2. .806 left in the game. Buffs need to convert on third down. They've had some struggles on third so far this season. A little bit better tonight.
It's a big one right here, boys.
Snap to Parker. Give to Clark again. Clark tries to bounce right, and he's got nowhere to go. And he's pushed backwards after he gets to the 29. It's going to be short of the first down. Still pushing and shoving after the whistle. And if he's at the 29, that's going to be 1 yard shy of what he needed. And here comes McKinney, but again, it looks like it's the entire punt team. McAlester will punt the ball down 37-27, 7:25 left. At least that's what it's looking like, but also you see Brandon Smith coming out too. McAlester slow to figure out what they want to do. 10 seconds to snap it. They're in punt formation. 6, 5. There's a snap to McKinney, and they're going to fake it running near side, and they blow a whistle. They blow a whistle, and they call a false start, which that is, I believe that's the correct call. I think over here on the near side, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cash Tidwell might have left early. So they were going to fake it on fourth down. They would have been well short. So it's maybe a good thing that that's a false start.
It came from that far sideline, so if Cash Tidwell's lined up over here by us, I don't think it was Cash.
Well,
could have been Kyle Moss. He is the gunner on the far side where the flag came in.
Well, now I think the Buffaloes will punt this one away with the fourth down and now 7. Snap to McKinney, and he gives this one a boot that gets into the wind. It'll take a McAlester bounce, and then all of a sudden die at the 8:42. So McAllister's only been able to stop the Cougar offense once in the second half. If they're going to win this game, they're going to have to do it again here. 6:55 remaining in it. Cougars lead the Buffaloes 37-27 after the Buffalo 3 and out. We had some people checking in earlier, but things got so hectic we weren't able to really get to everybody. Again, with our Buffalo roll call, we'd like to thank Jeremy Snow for tuning in, saying happy birthday to Joey Duvall. Go Buffs. Jessica and Brandy watching from home. And also Molly said go Buffaloes. I think we had a couple more. And also, I believe Coach Dawkins tuning in from McAlester as well. 6:55 left in the game. Buffaloes down by 2 scores, 10-point game. Boyles claps. Hands it off to Richardson up the middle, past the 45, still turning the legs to the 47. That'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 on the way. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
They're just staying with that heavy set, knowing that McAllister's defense is tired, running in between the tackles, hitting you, and you can only get the hit so long, and then you just get wore out. And that's exactly what Ada's doing to McAlester.
Split receivers, 2 tight ends on the left side of the formation. Ball on the right hash.
Ball start.
Moving over to the right.
A right tackle flinched as both tight ends were set, coming to get set.
And off to Richardson, dancing past the line of scrimmage and able to push himself past the 50. Bring up a 3rd down and short on the way. Looking at 3rd down and 2. And also, Coach Seth Burgess tuning in as well, saying, "Potack forever." Well, McAlester wants to pounce on the Ada Cougars. They need a 4th quarter comeback. Wouldn't be the first time it happened here in Ada. One of my all-time favorite McAlester Ada memories was what happened in the final 3 minutes back in 2010. But they need to stop here on 3rd and 2.
Ball start.
Phillip seen some flinching on the line. McAlester did not jump across the line of scrimmage as they were showing pressure. Boyles comes back with 2 to snap it in the pistol. There's the snap. Give to Richardson up the middle, and his knee hit down at the 49. The official right on it. No gain on the carry, and that brings up 4th down and 2. And we'll see how much of a gambler here Wade Boyles is. If I know my opinion does not matter, they're going to call it a gain of 1. I thought his knee hit down at the 49. My opinion does not matter, but if I'm Boyles, I am going for this.
What your defense has played right now, you go for it. If you don't get it, you're not really giving up anything.
They might even run this play clock all the way down to 0 and then call timeout.
Yep. That's what it looks like they're going to do. They're not in any hurry. They're going to run it down, call a timeout.
See if they rush to the line in the last 4 seconds. They will not, and we'll take that timeout with them. 4:37 on the clock. 37-27, and a 4th down and 1 coming up for the Cougars in McAlester territory. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Running into an old friend for 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to palaceok.com.
So it's 4th down and 1 for the Cougars. Of course, they'll bring out what looks to be the offense. Like I said, I would go for it on 4th and 1 in plus territory from the 48. You've got a 6-foot, 215-pound running back that will go under center here on 4th and 1. Boyles stacking the right side of the line. Snap. Give to Richardson. 1st down, and lowering his shoulder and getting to the 42-yard line are the Cougars for the 1st down. Got what he needed and then some, and the clock will continue to tick.
And being down 10 right now, just under 4.5 left to go. After that 1st down, you're starting to maybe see some writing on the wall, but it's not done yet. Got to get a stop, maybe a turnover. And you're right back in this thing.
4:20 left, 10-point game. Be a good time for that 2nd turnover turned by the Buffaloes. They were able to get a late one last week against Poto. Boyles, the ball, the give to Richardson, running right side. Big lane to the 30-yard line and falling forward for another 1st down gain. Gain of 12 yards inside the McAlester 30. And here's the deal. If you can hold them to even a field goal attempt here, it still would make it wouldn't change anything. It'd still be a 2-score game. But right now, the time is your biggest enemy right there with your biggest rivals.
And Ada, they have no urgency. They know run this thing down, and there goes the clock. And they just know they know run this thing down, let that play clock get as low as it can, and then snap the football.
And Ada has got to burn a timeout as the play clock was getting down to 4.
That's their last one.
And that's their last one with 3:49 left in the game. And Ada was still trying to run a play after the coaches called the timeout. So we'll take it with them, 37-27, Buffaloes trail on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
You're joining us back in the middle of play as there is a grab of the ankles and holding on for dear life for Trevin Simons, as trying to drag him along the turf was Karan Richardson. Looks to be a gain of about 2 or 3 yards, bring up 2nd down and 7.
And like we were saying, this is just going to be run that play clock down. They don't have to snap this ball until after 3 minutes of game time. We're right at 3 minutes.
3:20 left in the game. McAlester down to the Ada Cougars 37-27 here in the 100th edition of the rivalry. McAlester needing a stop of some sorts. New running back into the game, Cody Carpenter. Snap, they give to Carpenter, sweeping right. Shedding off a block and making a big-time tackle. Nice play. Over there, was that Isaiah Spencer? I saw Isaiah Spencer and also number 55 for the Buffaloes. That was...
I believe that was number 10.
Number 10, thank you. Number 10, Ken Martinez. Someone was blocking on the left side. He just shoved him to the side, and I couldn't tell if that was Martinez or if that was Isaiah Spencer. That leads to a gain of only 1 and 3rd down and 6 on the way. This is your chance to be able to get off the field. Again, this would be field goal territory, maybe no man's land, depending on what they would want to do with David Stout, who barely got one in from 36 yards earlier. And he would be kicking into the wind. Not much wind, though. Here's the snap. Give to Carpenter up the middle, hit sideways, and then brought down at the 26. So there will be a conversation to be made as Gunnar Pickett made the tackle. McAlester will call their second timeout with 2:15 left in the game, 37-27. And we'll take that timeout with them. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Looking for a vehicle that feels brand new but fits your budget? At Fenton Nissan, our certified pre-owned vehicles are a smart choice.
Every certified pre-owned comes with a 167-point inspection, 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and roadside assistance.
From fuel-saving sedans to family-ready SUVs, we have the perfect match without the new car price.
Hurry in to Fenton Nissan and McAlester to find your certified deal today.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
So if Ada were to kick a field goal here, it'd be a 42-yarder. Again, David Stout made one earlier from 36, but it hit off at the crossbar. And I said there's not much wind here. Old Glory's not really flying. So if I were Ada, especially knowing how close that was on that last kick attempt by David Stout, I would go for it here, go for the kill shot. It's 4th down, and after the loss in the play by Cody Carpenter, I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down and a short 7. So 2:19 on the clock. McAlester down to 1 timeout. If Ada can move the chains, that will essentially end this game. 2 receivers to the left. 2 to the right. They're bunched up close to the line. Boyles in the pistol. Receivers will move out. Spread out wide. Boyles looks to his left. Waits, claps, gets the ball. Looks right, passing right. It is a sliding attempt at the ball. Was he out of bounds? Nope. Colin Christian made the catch. And enough for the first down. just inside the 20 where he needed to go, and that will move the chains, and that will be that. As the Pride of Ada, they can sense it. They leave their spots, and they're getting ready to set everything up. McAlester can still get the ball back, but again, you're down by 2 scores, and Ada with just a quick out route to Colin Christian, who had only had, well, hey, that's his first catch of the season.
Wow. None bigger in the young season than that one right there.
Snap, handoff to Karan, who barrels his way out to the 17-yard line. So McAllister's chances of coming back in this one is essentially 0. But this is the best I felt after a McAlester loss so far this season, just because they found something. I know that they only completed 1 pass, but they found something offensively where they really weren't finding that in the first couple of games.
Yeah, I mean,
and they did it against a top 5 team in 4A.
Yeah, you're a missed field goal away from being 37-30, and a botched PAT attempt from being 37-31.
And then everything that happened at the end of the second quarter, that's a 13-point swing. Play action, running right is Boyles. He's met and tackled sideways at the 16. And we'll have our final timeout be called with 1:19 on the clock. They're still running the clock. Got to stop the clock. There it is at 1:15. 37-27, McAlester down. We'll take our final timeout as well here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros. Whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs, when you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Visit KC Farm Machinery and climb aboard a Gravely today.
McAlester burns their final timeout. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Cougars inside of the red zone. McAlester trailing 37-27. Unless the biggest miracle that has ever happened on a gridiron happens, McAlester will fall to 0-3 to start the season, despite the big late comeback by the Buffaloes. Snap handoff to Richardson, runs into his own line, and then he's able to bounce it out left to get out to the 12-yard line. McAlester cannot burn the clock anymore. Good gain on 3rd down to make this a 4th down coming up. 4th down and 4. Again, the down marker has been slow a little bit tonight, so I thought the last one was 2nd as I'm looking at him. This is 4th down and 3 according to PA, and there'll be at least one more play ran by the Cougars. We'll see if they convert or if McAlester can take over. They'll go for it once again on 4th down for what will be possibly their last play of the game. Snap, handoff Richardson, sweeping right. Richardson past the 10. He's tackled at the 9. Don't know where he needed to get to. It's close. Depends on the spot. Waiting on chains to move. DJ, can you tell?
Looks just short.
And we're going to have a measure. The officials' timeout, they will measure the football. I thought on initial glance, again, that's all the way on the far side. I thought he was short.
It's either just short or the nose of the football will just make it.
And it was 4th and 3. And we'll cut it over to DJ on the video stream. We'll wait to see. Here comes the stretch. I don't think it...
Short.
Yep. It's a little bit short, so McAlester holds on 4th down, but again, a little too late as with 30 seconds left on the clock, McAlester can try for a big play here. As this drive will begin at their own 9-yard line. Are they still measuring? Hey, they still held him on 4th down, so they're still saying he was short. They measured that ball twice. The McAlester takes over from their own 9-yard line. Enough time for a few plays here. Got to go 91 yards to try to make this a 1-score game. Get no timeouts. McKinney back in at quarterback. Clark on the right side of McKinney. 2 receivers each side. Moving left to right across your radio dial and video screen. There's the whistle. Play clock begins. 20 seconds left. There's the snap. McKinney looking right, passing right, finds Rodney Washington. Rodney trying to go laterally the other way, and he's going to take a blindside hit at the 19-yard line. That's the problem that you take and the risk that you take when you're running laterally. You could get hit on the backside like that. Gets out to the 19-yard line for a gain of 9, they're going to call it. 10 seconds left. Snap to McKinney. McKinney looking left, passing left, finding Brandon Smith. Passing Ada Cougar to the 30-yard line, down the far sideline. Right past another man to the 50-yard line, to the 45, working laterally to the 40-yard line. Now he's off to the races, being tracked from behind, but he doesn't lose foot races. Can he get past the one more Cougar? He can't. The guy from behind could not get him down, but Brandon Smith on a screen pass takes it all the way out to the 5-yard line. And that will be your ball game. So all the way from the 19 to the 5, that is your final play of the 100th edition of POTAC. Well, Ada won the first one. They won the 25th. They won the 50th. They won the 75th. And they do take the 100th. McAlester drops to 0-3 for the first time since 2018 after taking on 3 consecutive top 5 teams in 4A. But the McAlester Buffaloes had a lot of fight in this one, just like they did in the last 2 games. And they get ready for district play 2 weeks from tonight against the Coweta Tigers. So final score once again, 37-27. You've been listening to McAlester Football. We'll have the postgame show brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care coming up in a moment here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442. The
CF Moto All Cylinders Clearance Event is happening now at Vickers Power Sports, and every non-current U-Force and C-Force is priced to disappear. Right now, get 0% APR and up to $1,500 off select models, including the U-Force 1000 and C-Force 600.
These savings won't last, and neither will the inventory.
So get to Vickers Power Sports today, 1904 South Main, McAlester. CF Moto.
Experience more.
Ride safe and always wear appropriate gear, including a helmet.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
For 55 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, a Pickleball Palace membership offers both indoor and outdoor courts. For more information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com. Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161. The end of summer clearance is going on now at Vickers Furniture. We have new fall inventory arriving daily, so summer inventory has got to go. Prices slashed throughout the store. 20, 30, even 40% off. Nothing will be held back. Don't miss out on this sale going on now. Only at Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
It's over in Ada on the campus of East Central University at Norris Field, Coy Ishto Stadium. And for the, 2022, 3, 4, for the fourth consecutive year, a road team will not take the win, as now the Ada Cougars have won 4 POTAC games to McAllister's 3 since the rivalry renewed back in 2018. McAlester still owns it in the 21st century, now by a game. Again, this is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522 as McAlester falls by a final score of 37-27. We're going to be having Phillip Jewell Jr. with McAlester Football head coach Jeff Craig. If he is ready, we'll send it over to him whenever you are. Phillip, if you're ready, we're ready for you.
Standing here with Coach Jeff Craig. Coach, what are your thoughts on the night's game?
Well, it's kind of like the first 3. Well, the first one, I mean, we're in there, we're playing our butt off. Our guys are doing a great job. You know, we're in a tight contest. You know, we get an unfortunate call down there that gives them good field position down there, and we hold them to a field goal. And then, you know, we're going to go to halftime down 10-7 or maybe have a chance to go score. And, you know, we just implode right there in 2 minutes. It's about a minute and a half span. We just imploded. And that turned the game completely. I mean, it turned the game on its head. And, but I will say this, and it's exactly what I told the guys. You know, we challenged them at halftime to come out and prove who we were. And I thought they did that.
Coach, talking about coming out and proving that, this team came out and scored 3 straight touchdowns out of the second, into the second half. What's your thoughts on the way they came out and performed on the offensive line and running the football?
Yeah, that was, you know, that was the deal coming out of halftime. Let's, you know, okay, we had a bad 2 minutes, but other than that, our defense played really well and held them, you know, pretty much held them in check. So we can go do this. I mean, we can go score 3 times. We can go score 4 times. I'll take 24-23. I'll take something, but let's come out and put something together and prove who we are and play with some pride and play with some passion and play with some, just let's get mad and let's go. And I thought our guys did that.
Lastly, Coach, we have 2 weeks before we'll see the field again. Conference play starts with the Coweta. What do you want this fan base and this town to be ready for when we start conference play?
Well, I mean, district's going to be tough. I mean, it won't be a cakewalk either, but we can take 7-3 in district championship right now. I'll take that right now if you ask me. So I think we've got the ability to do that. Everybody's starting to see some things. Our guys are starting to see things. They're starting to see things. The maturation of our offense, the way things kind of run together, the way things kind of go together, and the outlets that we got, and the guys that can make plays for us. And so I think we've got 2 weeks to really hone some stuff and really polish up on what we do offensively, and then I think we'll be ready to go when district play starts in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. As always, God bless, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
I appreciate it.
Brandon, it's back to you guys in the booth.
So, complimentary football. That was really what came down to today. You really want all three phases of the game to be working at the same time, and tonight – it wasn't so much so for McAlester, at least in the first half. The McAlester Buffaloes fall tonight 37-27, but man, you saw what can be. And that's why, even though I'm just going to come out and say it sucks to lose to Ada. But here's the deal with them not being in the same district as us, and it hasn't been that way now since 2019. This thing is, and whoever loses this game says this, it is a non-district game at the end of the day. Whoever wins it, they're going to be bragging for the rest of the year, and they should. Ada, kudos for the win. They win by 10, and McAlester will be ready for them next year. But McAlester, they will look at this as a non-district game moving forward. I mean, not for next year, but moving forward for this season, and they can turn it on. Again, we were mentioning it with Chase back in last week's game. You can lose, and as Coach Craig mentioned, you can lose your first 3 games of the year, win out the rest of the year, and become district champions. It's happened before. It's happened before for McAlester. It can happen again. And what a non-district slate that McAlester had to face this year. They faced 3 top 5 teams in Class 4A, and they gave them all fights. And like I said, in this one, McAlester, for those first 3 drives, I'm combining it between McAlester and Ada, you saw what the Buffaloes are capable of. They go down the field and score a touchdown after a great kick return. They force a 3-and-out on a dynamite Ada offense, and then they go down the field and score again, and that's what brought it within a 2-point game. So if you take away, and again, no game comes down to a couple of plays. I mean, sometimes they do, but you still have a whole other, 46 minutes of game time. But if you take away just the implosion at the end of the first half, you win the game by 3. That's 13 points right then and there, and that would have been a top 5 win in 4A. And 4A, we've been able to see, is not a huge step down from 5A. So I feel good about the direction that McAlester can take if they can keep on applying what they're learning and then move forward week to week to week. I thought McAlester took a step back last week from Broken Bow over to Poto, but I think they took, when they were gelling, took a huge step forward. I think that Ada is probably the best team out of the 3 teams that we played all together, and they had them on the ropes, and they had them kind of sweating a little bit in the second half. So we'll see if the McAlester Buffaloes, again, can take what they learned in the first 3 weeks and apply it to district play. Maybe we go on a big-time district run when we come back over at the MAC against Coweta, which is a pretty improved team from a year ago. So again, we'll hear from the rest of the Buffalo Sports Radio team in just a moment with their initial reactions to this one. As we continue the McAlester Direct Primary Care Buffalo postgame show, that will be audio only. So if you are watching on YouTube, we encourage you to hop on to the KNED app, McAlsterRadio.com on the KNED tab, or if you are in McAlester, you can flip the radio dial to either 98.3 FM or 1150 AM. The final score, once again, Ada 37, McAlester 27. This is the Buffalo postgame show on KNED.